Hey, everybody, I'm Mike.
I'm Bob.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Josh.
Yes.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday, post-Thanksgiving edition.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, everybody. Hope you had a great Turkey Day.
Indeed.
It's good to be back for the full episode. Josh, what were you saying? I'm gonna.
I cooked over 1 ton of turkey this past past week or so at the restaurant. So I was busy.
Okay.
I don't want to see another turkey for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But you're here to see Tim. He's
Were
a
you-
big turkey.
Were you frying them, smoking them, roasting them? How's it go? How are you?
Smoking all the way through.
Okay.
There's no other way to do it.
All right.
What about you guys? How are you?
I have always wanted to try. I have heard that is the best way to do it.
Fried turkey.
One day I'll make you a smoked turkey, Mike, just for you.
Excellent.
I didn't get any turkey this year.
What'd you have?
My buddy made a roast and like a stew with some mirepoix and whatnot, and then some mashed potatoes and whatnot.
Mm.
It was good. It was really good, but it
I bet.
didn't have any turkey. It was unconventional, as I was saying.
I had fried turkey when I was
Okay.
in South Carolina. The other great thing, which I've had before, and it was good, but really the best part about being in South Carolina was all of the other foods. Like we went to this barbecue place, and it was a buffet, and it's like this tiny, like mom and pop kind of shop, right? They got the smoker out in the back,
Oh yeah.
and there's just like a line, and it was just, it was so good. I got beaten biscuits. I don't get beaten biscuits up here in the north, so like getting beaten biscuits down in the south, so
Beets?
good.
Like red
No,
beets?
beaten. They're real flat, dense.
Okay, I was gonna say
biscuits.
that was a big shocker. I was like, no way, Tim ate a root vegetable that wasn't a potato.
You are correct, and that's still a fact.
How do you beat those biscuits? I'd probably start with a straight and a left hook.
Yeah,
You gotta
Yeah.
beat the biscuit, Rocco.
yeah. I'm sure Josh knows all about the beaten biscuits, being a Southerner, but good golly, Miss Molly, beaten biscuits are like my favorite. They're so good. And then the other thing we did, what was the other thing I had? Oh, it's a chain that we don't have up here, but my wife and I quickly became obsessed with, and even bought some of their seasoning to bring home. Bojangles.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh man, I thought I loved Popeyes.
Oh, no.
Bojangles.
The best chicken, fast food chicken get is from Bojangles. It is
Bojangles.
so
That
good.
Bojangle seasoning is no joke, dude. On their fries, on their chicken tenders. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the South is just different, man. Like KFC and Popeyes are fine, but like fast food fried chicken in the South is its own beast, and they just do it so right.
They do. Looks like that's Carlos, right? Carlos is in Mexico
Yeah,
on vacation.
that
Enjoy
sounds
vacation.
Great. We've
What
got
part
a
of
foot.
Mexico?
We got a foot of snow on the ground. We got 8 inches the week before Thanksgiving. And then that melted. And then we got a foot the weekend of Thanksgiving that we're still dealing with. And there's more coming down on top of it as we speak.
Yeah, buddy.
Our winter came very early this year.
It did. I was driving
It's
home
like
in that
mine.
mess on Saturday.
We're actually supposed to get to negative 20 wind chill this weekend, I heard. So
Ooh, Josh, you coming up? Hang
yeah,
out?
come visit.
Dude, I'd be down to hang out and play some games, but like I gotta be the Grinch in a couple weeks, so I gotta get ready.
Oh, nice.
You owe us a smoked turkey now. You said you would get us one, so I'm expecting prior to Origins, which I'm sure we'll see you at.
Oh, yeah.
Prior to
Well-
Origins. I thought I was like, this
Well-
smart Alex gonna roll in with a smoked turkey at Origins.
No. You got to
Just
get
in a
the
big pan.
turkey prepared before Origins to make sure it's ready for Origins. So I expect that you'll be smoking it prior, and then packing it up in a cooler, making sure it makes the trip up here. And then the instant that you see us, it'll be ready. It'll just magically be ready to eat. So
How
already
wild would
prepared.
it be if I like just brought a smoker into the Columbus Convention Center, just plugged it in some random outlet, and just started smoking?
Dude.
Like right, that would be.
Set
I
up a
probably-
booth and everybody will surround you just because of the smell. Like, wait a minute, you came here for the smell, but you're gonna stay for the beach day.
Yeah,
Everybody,
exactly. All my copies of Beach Day, just like hiding a smoker in the back for turkey.
you're like, all turkeys have
There's
been
a little
cooked
smoked
with
turkey in
copies
each
of
box.
Beach Day.
Yes.
You're just using the Beach Day as fuel.
For every Beach Day copy I sell, I'll give away some smoked turkey. That's
There
a
you go. Oof.
Wow.
that's a $200 game right there.
Yeah, no
Man, that
doubt.
is the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. And I expect the Rossies to also bring a fried turkey. I've not had fried turkey, so
That's good.
feel free to delight us with a fried turkey at Origins.
Dude, fried turkeys I will never do for one reason. Like they're just so dangerous.
They're tough, man.
You gotta have all that moisture out because once that water hits that grease,
And if
if you
it's
don't
not
do it
thawed,
right, it just explodes.
if it's not thawed completely, you're toast.
yeah,
you're
I've
cooked.
having worked in restaurants, I have thrown an ice cube into a fryer and seen what it does. Imagine throwing like a 20-pound ice cube into a
Yeah,
fryer.
yeah.
And see.
Yeah, and that's the problem though, is like it can dry out super fast because of that as well. It's like
It's
like
very
smoking, you're gonna be a little more-
volatile.
Yeah. So smoking takes longer, but like you have much more leniency and the flavor is just there longer. And baking's fine. It's okay, Dave. You can bake a turkey.
I roast my turkey when I'm at home, and
I
it
buy
turns
mine
out
from
really
the
well.
store.
Oh yeah, it's totally fine. Turkey
It's
is
nice.
an underappreciated meat in general because I think people just eat it once a year or they have sliced it at delis. But like if I could eat turkey every week, I would. It's just so good, especially when it is smoked. It's just it's better than chicken for sure by far. But
Yeah,
That's
but
my-
fried chicken is for me better than turkey. But
Okay, so
Have
you
you
talked
ever
about
had
this Bojangles fried chicken. Have you tried Cane's?
Cane's
Cane's
is
joke.
bland, and you have to use the sauce, which I don't like. So I just have to pour a bunch of salt on Cane's to make it even palatable. It's bleh.
Yeah,
Cane's
Boring.
toast is better than their chicken. Their toast, I
Yes.
actually very much enjoy their
Texas
toast.
toast is really good.
Yes, Josh, I agree. This
for
is-
its price,
it's
Cane's
it's a full
is
moon.
Cane's
Totally
is
agree, yeah.
overrated for its price, and I feel like I'd much rather just have Chick-fil-A, which is equal to, if not better than Cane's, and like half the price.
Yeah.
It's a full moon because Josh and I are completely agreeing on everything.
Yeah, we're on the
tonight.
same way. Like, and what you need to do now is just come to Bojangles and get a full chicken deal for like
Oh.
less than Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
and be happy and get a biscuit. You can get a beaten biscuit or a bowberry
yeah.
biscuit, which is a
Yeah.
biscuit with blueberry stuff on top of it. Yeah.
I'm
do it
just,
right down here.
I mean,
I'm
I'm willing
just
to try
saying.
it.
I'm just saying.
Tell you what,
Cane's
remind me if I'm going to be at. I mean, the next ones I'm at are Tantrum Con, Origins. I think Knox, like Punkgate Town. At Origins, if I can't do the smoked turkey, I'll bring you guys some blueberry biscuits to try.
Oh, there you go.
Those travel extremely well because they're just sugar and biscuits. So.
I might have to have you go to Harris Teeter and bring me some beaten biscuits because I know they sell beaten biscuits.
They do.
I brought a bag of them home frozen, so that and I keep forgetting I have them. Otherwise, they'd be gone already. Because oh my god, they're so good. Just a little bit of butter. I don't even need butter. Like they're so dense already. But you put butter on them.
Let me know what Southern contraband you want me to bring up, and I'll bring it with me.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Bojangles. I bought my wife and I. We were like, oh, we really like Bojangles, and then we saw they were selling the seasoning. My sister orders it. She has to order it online, but I guess they're selling it because it's the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So like she literally keeps some in her car. She's got some in her house, and so when she goes to Bojangles and gets like carry out like after church, if there's not enough seasoning on it, she's got her own, so she can zhuzh it up some more.
Yeah, I mean that's so true. Like in the South, I mean, going to church and reading the Bible is part of Sunday worship, and then you just finish it off, and you come close to Jesus at Bojangles with chicken.
That's it.
That's
it. It's a
tradition
full
for
circle.
ton
It's a
of-
full
yeah,
The
circle.
priest doesn't just give it to you while you're in the church.
Instead
Yeah.
of communion, it's a fried chicken.
Yeah, body
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Christ. Body of Christ.
This is the
I
body.
consider joining back up.
Bob's re-upping. He's back
That's
in.
right.
Yeah.
I'm back in.
Now, hold on a second. This is the hot take episode. So I got a question. When you say Southern contraband, are we talking about cocaine boats coming from South America or
Not that far
No,
south,
no,
Mike. Calm down.
we pardoned the big cocaine dealers who were responsible for bringing cocaine in, and then instead we bombed fishermen off the coast of South America. But, you know.
my bad?
Yes.
My bad. Too spicy. Too
Twice.
spicy. No,
Listen,
no.
you only get due process if you can afford it, Bob. Come on.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly. Cheers
Oh,
to that.
I've got
Love being
one.
American so much.
Low hanging fruit.
Oh,
I've
yes.
got. Oh wait. Well, before we get into anything else, Josh,
Yeah.
what do you got stuff you want to talk about, man? You got beach day, you got podcast. What else you got going on? Anything
Yeah,
you want to
so-
hit before we get nuts?
Yeah, so beach day is going fine. It's I had a recent we won't get into this podcast because it'll bring the mood down. Basically, my son got diagnosed with diabetes. He's a kid. It's been a lot of stress. So I had to I sent an update out saying, hey, I need a minute just to make sure my wife, because I'm at work most of the time, make sure he's okay. We regulate this. So it got delayed a little bit, but the good news is I'm working with Ammon, also a friend of the podcast and the show. The rule book's about done, and after that, it's just a matter of sending all that stuff to our not distributor, but our manufacturer, and it should be coming over. So it's going good as far as like cake pie goes. To be honest, the future's up in the air because of that development with my son. It's just time.
Yeah,
and money.
man.
But
Listen, family
that's okay.
first.
yeah, so like, and there's enough. It's one of those things I don't know yet. I'm still deciding with Brennan, like what we're going to be doing just because of that. Because I finance it all as of right now, and you know, insulin's expensive. In case you didn't know that, so
Yeah.
it's not to
I
make
could have
it's
some hot
fine.
takes on that too, but
Yeah, no doubt. We could do a whole show on that.
Oh yeah, I could talk about the Medicare system as of right now, but our doctors were great though. They were awesome,
dude,
But,
the
you know,
people,
it's
the
price.
doctors, yeah, and it's not them. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't do anything about it. But you know, it's just one of those things. Like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I did it. The game is going to fulfill still. Like, there's nothing that's going to stop that as of right now. But yeah, with the podcast, the same thing happened though. I had to thanks Shadowhunter. You said that. Who's that again? Shadowhunter is who?
That's Carlos.
Thanks,
he's-
Carlos.
He's an awesome regular of the show, so
Yeah.
I expect nothing less from
Yeah,
from
I
any of our
outsource
regs.
all of my research to him. So
So it's one of those things where like, yep, it's going to be okay. Tabletop Submarine kind of went, you know, I had to stop that for a second too. But like the last we finally got both your guys' episode up. The cool part that happened though was that I was able to actually have a full on, pretty much a celebrity, be outside of board gamedom on the show with Anjali Bhimani. So if you're an RPGer, you might know who she is. But she's also a voice actress. She's done stuff on Overwatch. She has lots of live play stuff she does. So I mean, it's going strong still. Me and Andrew were both just in a place where he was traveling a lot, and with everything happening, my son, it paused. But we're getting people back on the show again. We're starting to record stuff, and more than likely, I'll probably lean more into Tabletop Submarine here in the future, doing more stuff there. You know, sometimes life just happens. You need to slow down and reprioritize, and then once everything settles back in, you go back into it, and I'm okay with that. And so far, all the people
Absolutely.
who've been supporting me are okay with that because I'm an open book. I'm not lying about anything. Like, this is just what's happening. So
Right. Well,
So-
I think you're a known quantity in the industry, right? You know, you've surrounded yourself with good people, and I think that the people that are in the know, they know that, right? You know, and if they don't understand, well, then you don't need them, because you got to take care of yourself first and your family, you know. So
yeah,
Yeah, I think it takes an extremely self-serving viewpoint to not understand that humans are behind these projects, and
Mhm.
while without them, then none of these are actually going to exist. So
I'll talk more about that on my hot takes tonight. Probably.
Ooh,
I have some things to
spicy.
say about board gamers.
Now, is anybody? We haven't discussed this. This hasn't been planned. Does anybody have a non-board game related hot take that they want to share before we shout out our sponsor and then go to the list officially? I got a good one locked and loaded, and it's spicy.
Wow.
Sure, I got one too.
You're not gonna spoil any lists, are you?
No. This won't spoil any list. It's not board game related.
Mine is either. Mine's food related because that's
Wow.
my life.
A non-board game hot take. I'd love to hear it, but give me about 15 seconds to prep some popcorn.
Ooh, very good.
That's a fast popcorn machine.
I know. Look at that.
He's really good at making popcorn.
Talk about
Sticks in
Jiffy
there.
Pop.
Done. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like that scene from Fantastic Four, the original one, where he's like holding the popcorn in his hand and it like pops. You guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the bad
Best
one, the Tim
superhero
Sword-
moment ever. It's like, yes, that. Why not do that?
And
So-
yet the Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Bank loan. The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. All right, Josh, what is your kitchen related, non-board game related hot take?
Okay, so here's the hot take. Lobster is absolutely the worst overpriced meat in all of culinary food,
Agreed.
and crab is better. Maybe that's not a hot take for me. Go ahead.
You know, initially I was resistant to that, but I have to agree because lobster by itself is fine, but really you need a shit ton of butter to make it shine.
Yeah. Or mac
Shrimp
and cheese.
and crab just by itself
It's great. Crab
has
is
a better
great.
flavor, and it's like a third price.
Yeah, and here's why. In the early days of America, we overfished lobster. That's what happened. And because we overfished it, it was peasant food in the Northeast for a long time. It was like rats, eating rats for people. But because we overfished it and became scarce, some rich hoity-toity slave owners or something like that were like, oh, it must be worth something. And now it's expensive as butt, and it's not that good. Like I said, you gotta dip it in butter. It's a garbage rat, ocean rat that eats its own poop, and shrimp and crabs, which are also eating their own poop, but at least it tastes good. So like without, I don't need anything on a shrimp, I don't need anything on a crab, but with a lobster, I need 30 other spices and butter to make it even edible. So that's my hot take.
Nice.
All right, I have decided to add a non-board game hot take, but I'll defer to Tim, unless he wants me to take the floor. I'll
Oh, go
defer.
for it, Mike. Go for it.
We've all used a public bathroom.
Sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. Rossi's just dropping nukes.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
Dang.
What did he say? I
Dang.
missed it. What did he say? Sorry.
Josh,
Oh,
is Josh eating
man.
Kraft macaroni and cheese and sucking high C cherry from that?
Listen,
mug while he shits on lobster?
listen, Dave. So this is a rice noodle goulash that I made from scratch 30 minutes before we started. And this good sir is Code Red Mountain Dew, much less fancy.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, I hope you put your pinky up while you drink that because it's
Yeah.
very fancy.
Yeah.
No doubt.
No, don't stop lying. That's just water with a Code Red Mountain Dew Mio squirted in, and then you
Oh,
mixed it up. So we're on to you.
I get it.
Yeah. All right. So we all inevitably have, even if we didn't want to, we have used a public restroom
Oh
in
yeah.
our time, and not the most like comfortable experience. It's sort of out of necessity most of the time.
Mhm.
But please tell me, why is it that in the majority of public restrooms, when you sit down, the toilet paper dispensary is exactly where your knee is? Why? Why is it underneath the rail where your leg is supposed to go? In 90% of public restrooms, you have to sit on the toilet at a 60-degree angle because you can't put your knee where the toilet paper dispenser go. Simply move the dispenser above the handrail.
I will
That's
say
it.
this applies even if your feet can't touch the ground when you're sitting on a toilet. Oh, just kidding. Mostly because I'm short.
Why do they put them there? Wildman, Cintas, I am onto you people. Move those things up so people can sit on the stool in the way God intended.
I was thinking the same thing, but kind of in a point adjacent to Mike's is it is kind of low, and as you pull the toilet paper, it gets like it becomes like skinny, and it's almost like you're gonna have to floss your butt, you know, because you can't like spread it back out again to get surface area because
isn't that what you're supposed to do? Isn't toilet paper just butt floss?
Yeah. You guys are doing it. You guys don't butt floss?
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that.
I thought that was like the thing. You guys are always on about the bidets. I thought,
why bring a little wrench to loosen up the waterworks? So I get a little makeshift bidet, action.
I'm
there.
Gonna get you a T-shirt, Mike, just with a toilet paper, a little brown piece of toilet paper that says "You butt floss, bro."
Yes. Do you even butt floss?
Do you even butt floss?
It's got to say "bro" though, or it doesn't count.
Oh my gosh,
that's amazing. Well done. Yeah, I'm loving this. Okay, let's so Bob, do you have a hot take?
It would be political, and I don't want to get into that.
Okay, fair. Good for you. This might be as controversial as getting into politics, but it's not. It's entertainment related. Stranger Things jumped the shark at like season 3, and now it has become formulaic and cheesy, and Millie Bobby Brown is the worst actress on that show.
Yes. Oh my gosh, thank you. Like, okay, I love Stranger Things. I haven't watched the newest stuff yet.
I'm working through the newest season. I'm working through the newest season, but
I want to. I just haven't gotten there yet. But Millie Bobby Brown was a better actress when she wasn't talking.
I was about to say, like, is she considered a good actress when her line is "Papa"?
She's a great facial actress.
Yeah,
that's
but
season 1
I'm sick of like all she does is like every time it's like I'm over it. Like she's got to come up with something new. Her line delivery is bad.
R2D2 had better delivery.
Me playing Paperboy on Nintendo had better delivery, and I'm breaking windows with those newspapers. Sorry, please go, Josh.
No, I'm just saying. Well, you're right. Stranger Things, like season 1 of Stranger Things, I will contend is one of the best seasons of television ever produced. I think it's incredible. Season 2, season 3, good. Season 4, okay. There's some cool parts of it. I'm hoping. I heard season 5 so far is really good. But like, yeah, Millie Bobby Brown. It's not even the take, the formulaic stuff. Yeah, but Millie Bobby Brown, her quality and acting just keeps going down, and I'm sick of her. There are all the other people are better.
They all are, and she has this like the other thing is like her outside of the show is such like a toxic person compared to like all the other kids. Like all the other kids are like happy and grateful and like really happy to be there and just like loving life, you know, and really interesting creatively. And she is just so full of herself, and has really become an entitled diva 100%.
Yes. And it's painfully obvious. And I'm actually watching through, I'm starting over. I've seen all through season 4 before I started season 5. My girlfriend hasn't seen any of it. So I'm starting from scratch. I'm starting from scratch. We just finished season 1 into season 2 now. And
I hope she's liking
it. Definitely. Definitely are. We binge watched a season and a half in like 2 days. So
hell yeah,
going strong. But it is painfully obvious the more she's asked to do, the more obvious it is that she's not very good at it.
Yeah. She really
did the dude who plays the sheriff.
Oh, she's bad.
David
Harbour's amazing.
So good.
And
David Harbour, Winona Ryder, they're so good.
And that's sort of No, David Harbour's.
What'd you say, Bob?
I said I like him.
No, he said the guy who plays the sheriff.
Yeah, the guy who plays the sheriff. Yeah.
I thought I heard replaced him. I misheard you. Sorry.
No. Because like the and maybe it's not fair to her because she has to act across from him, and he is great, and so because he's so good, maybe he makes her look even worse. But for me, Stranger Things like I've watched everything and I'll continue to watch because I want to see it through to the end. but they lost me with the Never Ending Story sing along. And then it was absolutely terrible in a later season when like they were in California and they just need like the stoner pizza. Like they're in California for no reason. And it was like, what it just was like to stretch out this Vecna storyline. And it's like, oh, it was so much more interesting when it's like a lot of ambiguous things, you know, like the mind flare, like what happened with the mind flare? Because that's not Vecna, right?
No, the mind flayer is a servant of Vecna, but Vecna got his. I think they're gonna probably explain it, but Vecna got his power from something else. Wow.
Right. Oh yeah. They're alluding to some stuff, I guess, but I guess for me, it's like the mind flare was so much more interesting because it was sort of a big, shadowy, ambiguous thing, you know, and it's like a big scary, right? Like Demigorgons were scary early on, you know, and they still are, but you know, the stuff in Russia, the stuff in California, just asinine.
Yeah.
I'll
go on record that 10-minute school dance was the most worthless scene in television history.
No, she's bad.
I liked the Master of Puppets.
Oh no, that was awesome. Like,
that was a thing.
There's a way to do nostalgia, and that was
epic.
That was a cool scene, but in hindsight, it was like the dumbest freaking thing.
Sure, but he's just like, no, things are going around.
I don't even care. It was epic.
Yeah,
I mean,
it looked like a metal cover. That's why everyone loved it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then every season, they need to have some star from the 80s come back and like have an arc, right? Like you got Sean Astin, you got Matthew Modine, you've got Linda Hamilton, you've got Paul Reiser, you know, like, so every season it's like, oh, hey, remember this dude from the 80s? Oh, and now because of Running Up the Hill from last season, now they're going to shoehorn Tiffany into this season because it's like we need a nostalgia thing. I think we're alone now. It's a thing. You're going to hear that song over and over and over, and it's not near as good as Run Up That Hill, or that Weird Al version. I think of a clone now.
That's right.
They're gonna wear out another
two of
song.
Me just hanging around.
Yeah, running up that hill. Like we're gonna talk about Stranger Things for hours. I could because I like it a lot, but like
it's jumped the shark though, man. It's jumped the shark.
They beat that song into the ground.
They did. Yeah. They did. And they're going to beat another one into the ground for you.
Gosh. Okay. Well, okay. I'm looking forward to watching it still, but like, I'm glad it's done.
I will say, like, it's very watchable. You know, like, I'm watching it still. I'm not gotten to where I can't watch this. But I am watching, like, Plurbius on Apple TV. That's the new Vince Gilligan show, the guy who did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. That show's incredible, and I went in cold, not knowing anything about it, and it is top notch. It is like not as weird as Severance, but like kind of mind blowing, and trying to figure out where it's going. So Plurbius, strong recommend. My hot take was that Stranger Things has jumped the shark, but I'm going to see it to the end because the end is in sight. We got this season and then like a feature length movie at the end. So, all right.
Well, speaking of hot takes,
speaking of screening, speaking of screening things,
you know, when you need something done like shirts, banners, stuff like that, we know a guy.
We do.
We do know a guy. Cue it.
Get your games noticed with help from Lawhorn Design. Eye-catching backdrops, banners, table covers, signage, and much, much more. All shipped directly to you or your next big show. Fast, reliable rush orders are always available to keep you prepared and professional. Contact Lawhorn Design today for all your creative marketing, branding, website, and event display needs.
Can you make me a do you butt floss, bro? Lawhorn Design, and
he totally could.
Oh, Tony.
He could
He
make
put
you
the
a
shutdown the
banner,
rundown on our shirts for
a
us.
shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
And the cool thing
Absolutely.
is too is a lot of his stuff's made in America. So one, American jobs, awesome, and then two, it makes it super quick to get here. You don't have to wait for it to come over on a boat or anything like that. So
Mhm.
if you're like, oh shit, the convention's next week and you need something, give him a call. Tell him the board game rundown sent you.
That's right. That is right. Actually, if you go do anything that you heard about on this show, please tell them the board game rundown sent you.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
They send the regards.
But don't stab them.
Not for realsies.
Yeah, unless it's Josh.
Right.
Mhm.
You can.
I got no soul, so it's okay.
I need a retractable knife so that I can
Yeah.
go up to like my friends at cons and be like, "The board game rundown sent its regards." I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot.
All right.
Okay, so we are here to do our top 5 board game hot takes. So these are spicy, controversial things, and we know we specifically sought out Josh for this episode because we know he does not shy away from the spiciness. I mean, look how spicy that goulash is.
Mac, yeah, so that goulash and rice stuff there, that's so spicy right now. You can see the sweat.
I
dripping.
put extra ranch on it to make sure it's spicy.
Yeah, that's like
extra ranch and mayonnaise. It's so spicy.
that's like 500,000 Scovilles for white people.
And those ground up peppercorns will get you. Woo!
Hey, you say that, but
When you bite into
David
one.
Godfrey, not of the chat, he's going to eat some mashed potatoes. And he's like, I
Oh,
can't
my
do
wife's
this, guys.
cousin?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like, it's got black pepper in it. It's too spicy for me. So yeah, that was pretty funny.
Hold on. One more Southern thing. Josh, you'll appreciate this.
Mhm.
Bless his heart.
Oh, bless his heart.
Oh yes, bless his heart.
Oh,
Right.
that's great. Yes.
Let's see her stop it.
Yeah. How's that working for you?
Cue the nosebleed.
Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that's how you know I'm doing mental things.
That's right.
Yes. Correct.
Or cocaine.
And then, yeah, pretend you're out of energy. Quick. Oh boy. All right. Throw a bunch of salt in that pool. All right.
Anyways.
Anywho. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
actually why people throw salt in the back of their truck, not to make sure there's a balance of weight when the roads are rough for four-wheel drive trucks. It's so that there's enough salt to float in the bathtub.
To create
in the
your
event,
own sensory
you
deprivation.
need a
Sure.
sensory deprivation tub. Correct.
Listen, Mike, you talk smack, but you never know when you're going to need one, sir.
Yeah, you
I'm
never
sick
know
of your
when you need your
attitude.
bathroom to be reminiscent of the Dead Sea.
There
I
was
know.
one time actually I saw like a sensory deprivation tank. When I was doing college, I went to like this 5-star hotel in the middle of the Arizona desert, like tucked away. It had its own zip code, like $3,000 a night just to stay there.
Mm.
And I got to tour it. They had a sensory deprivation tank that was built into like the cave, like a mountain cave.
Oh,
Red
crap.
stone. It was completely dark, and they filled it with salt water, and it was just like completely silent. Like, oh, dude, I think this is how I get like sleep paralysis demons, because like it looked relaxing, but I know once I stepped in, something would like grab me and drown me under.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But it
for
was
sure.
beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, you gonna
know,
die
Mike-
from that thing.
Sensory deprivation with the right group can be as fun as one of those swings.
What mechanic do you think should disappear from board games entirely, if any? Worker placement.
Mm.
What?
Worker
That's
placement.
spicy.
Social deduction.
Ooh.
Bob's getting some love.
Sweet. Awesome sauce.
Is that
Yeah, I've
Chosen Valley like the Hidden Valley Ranch that Josh threw in his goulash?
oh
Yeah.
Just
Memory.
Yes.
Memory.
Oh yes,
Good
I'm
call.
there.
I was gonna say that, but I forgot.
I disagree.
Well
That's
done.
not a hat as a great game.
That's well done.
Oh, Bob thought it was mammary.
No, those should definitely be included.
Oh, more.
And then
Um,
some Boost and memo, anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Hello from the other side of the world.
Morning.
What's up, Steph?
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily about mechanics, but maybe we could do away with a certain theme, like games about like beaches or
Mm.
Kind of played out.
yeah. There's just so many of those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One too many, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, Dune Imperium really is the one that put it over.
Uh,
Too much sand.
Too much
well,
sand on the beach.
Beach typically implies there's a water nearby. And I think Dune applies.
Well, there's water on Arrakis.
Fish. Yeah.
Kind of.
Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. We should probably jump into this thing. It is our
Let's do it.
top 5 board game hot takes. As usual, we'll start with Bob, go clockwise, back around to me. That means we start with Bob's number 5.
All right. My number 5. Thank you, Mr. Rossi. I just think
You take that up with Ammon. Sorry, go ahead.
board games that have feet on the box are really just trying to cash in on those fetish dollars. You know?
Well, it's true.
Hey, if it works,
is.
it works.
Yeah. I
Sadly,
mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work.
Sadly, when I
I'm
was
saying
running
it's not high tech.
Facebook
I really
ads,
just
though,
feel
yeah, when I was running Facebook ads, I couldn't put feet as an interest, apparently. So, like, yeah.
That's a damn lie.
How
Just
are these
ask Quentin
OnlyFans
Tarantino.
creators making any money? Wow.
I've seen way too many Quentin Tarantino movies that know that that's a lie.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yep.
I personally don't get it, but I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Like,
Yeah.
It's,
feet are feet.
Feet
that
are
was
feet.
your real number 5, Bob. Just
That was
wanted-
my real number 5. They're just trying to get them fetish dollars. I get it.
Uh,
I mean, they're out there. You know, there's a market.
wow.
So,
Board games need more fetish. Okay.
more fetishes
fetishize-
in board games.
fetishize
I
board
agree.
games.
So speaking of deprivation tanks, like a sensory deprivation.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's that BDSM game? Come on.
I'm sure there's one somewhere. All right.
It's called Kink Dungeon, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Is
All right.
that a co-op?
So this is one
1v
that
many?
this is one that I know that my publisher friends and foes alike all share, and that is the unrealistic expectations of Kickstarter fulfillment. And this covers many things, right? So not just like a delay, right? Not just the current issue
Different
with
dice
tariffs
showing up.
yo-yoing, right?
Mhm.
And affecting shipping costs and making it basically impossible to like plan anything. So not even just those things, but like I literally saw a post in a Facebook group like 2 weeks ago. Somebody got their Kickstarter game and the shrink wrap was torn,
Oh,
and they were wondering,
should I get a refund on that?
yeah, like, should I complain about this? The shrink wrap. Okay. I see a lot with like the damaged boxes and they're varying, right? Sometimes it's like, it looks like a foot was kicked, you know what I mean? Like actually kicked the box and like punctured it. Sometimes it's like a smushed corner. And Josh may know this better than me, but I will say that like the box is like the last thing that board game manufacturers are printing extras of, right? You know, they're doing extra cards to replace bad ones. You might have extra miniatures to replace broken ones, but the box itself is like the last thing on their mind. And I say this as someone that backed the Australia expansion, with the deep ones, and specifically to get the big box, and mine came with a hole like bigger than a golf ball in it. And I very politely asked if I could get a new box, but I had zero expectations and would not have lit them up if they didn't send me one. But they did, and it was amazing. And I waited a little bit to get it, but that's fine. I wasn't mad about it, right? Like that's the exception. But I would not have like crapped on the company because UPS sucked, that day. And they don't always suck. They just sucked that day, when I got my, whoever handled my stuff. But like people need to calm down because it's exactly what Bob said earlier. A lot of times, I'm going to say 80% of Kickstarters and board game companies and publishers are just people like Josh. Like he's a dude that's like financing this. He's got kids, he's got family, maybe he's got one other partner, but odds are they might have a family and kids as well. And you just never know what's going to happen. Like these people are not out here to like steal your money 95% of the time. They are trying to make their dream happen, and they do not have the capital always to deal with unrealistic expectations. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about the dice too. I mean, that's a load of crap. I don't want this $500 pledge of my game because you changed the dice because the original dice people ghosted us and fell through. So we found a different high quality die,
a higher quality die
manufacturer to then provide better looking dice. No, I prefer the ugly dice, so I'm just going to cancel my whole pledge. Like you're being ridiculous.
I backed this whole $500 for those dice specifically.
Yeah. I mean, dice are Bob or Mike or Josh. How many games have you ever replaced dice for because you didn't
any of them that have wooden dice?
You didn't like the dice.
Just one.
One? Listen, if I got like the black or the white dice with the black pips or, like any of like the basic looking old school Yahtzee dice, I've got like, I bought I've got different sets of like cool looking 6-siders that I just will immediately swap out. And I will buy new sets and I will swap them out because dice are so easy to just do yourself and you can do it for a very reasonable price. And very rarely does it affect the game, right? Yeah. Now I get it. Fantasy Flight will be like, hey, we've got these very unique custom dice. And so you need to pay extra money to get our dice, with those symbols. But if you figure out the ratios, you could just say 2s are hits and 3s are misses. I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's a lot of math.
Tons of math.
Yeah. I feel like most gamers generally have some standby dice that they can literally use for anything. But to piggyback on your point, I think the one that gets me is I've got a ding in the corner of my box. Where's the email for the publisher so that I can request a whole new game get sent to me on the publisher's dime?
Yeah.
It's not realistic. You can't say, I want to support small publishers, and then on the other foot also say, replace my game because the corner of the box is dinged. That has no effect on the game whatsoever. You can't stand on both feet. That bothers me so much.
And now you've even looped it back to Bob's thing. You're standing on janky feet.
Getting that fetish dollar.
Way to bring it full circle, Mike. Congratulations.
Yeah. No, I know. If there's a ding in that beach day box, like it's going on somebody else's foot.
It's going in the smoker, dude. I'm gonna smoke a turkey with that that whole game.
Ooh, like smoky feet, gross.
Maybe.
So, anyways, unrealistic expectations for Kickstarters. People got to calm down with that crap. Maybe just like use like a shred of empathy and humanity and think about like what you're actually trying to accomplish when you do that. So anyways, that's me.
Okay. Nice. So here's my first hot take. So I'm trying to read and make sure I get this right. So I will say this, that we have our welcoming games in the hobby, right? Games kind of like, generally speaking, if you want to like bring someone to the hobby, you play this game and you try to introduce stuff. My contention is this: the current kind of granddaddies of modern welcoming games are garbage, are not that great.
Ooh.
This includes Catan, Dominion, Ticket to Ride, Carcassonne, and there was one more, Pandemic. Now,
Even names, folks.
there's nothing wrong with these games per se, but for what people expect them to do, nah, I don't believe that they're the best. And I can name your replacements for you if you'd like to, but
Yes.
So we'll start with this one. Dominion, super easy. Clank.
Any other deck builder?
Any other deck builder? I would contend Clank is the
Clank's
better.
amazing. I love Clank. Hell yeah.
So, for Pandemic, oh, my list just died. Dominion is not good. Confirmed. Yes, it's not good. It's not a good game.
No pushback from any of us here.
Nope.
So, oops, I lost.
Is that our guy from Flawed? I can't do with Assaulted Peanut Inc. I'm not sure.
Yeah, YouTube changed what names they show us, so sorry if we don't recognize you.
It doesn't mean I don't love you.
So, for Carcassonne, even though I don't necessarily like this game, I think Cascadia is the better introduction.
Ooh, thank you for saying you didn't like it. Thank you. That makes me feel good.
I don't like Cascadia, but I think it's a better, even though I love Carcassonne, it's my favorite out of the welcoming games, I think Cascadia is the better welcoming game because one, art, presentation, and it introduces more stuff in a simpler version than like the Carcassonne Farmer, which is, it's the worst mechanic in Carcassonne. Catan, which is, that's kind of like economic trading back and forth stuff. What I would contend is a better game in that aspect. Oh, it's on my shelf. And where is it? Oh, shoot. I forgot it because I realized I didn't write these down. I was just thinking about it on the way home. But
Starfarers.
Starfarers is a better version. Or even like Brotherhood of the Watch, any other version of Catan.
Yeah.
Would be better, to be honest.
Yep.
As far as Pandemic and cooperative games go,
Defender of the Realm.
Defenders of the Realm.
that's a good one. Other ones include like the deck building series, whether it's be the Harry Potter, Hogwarts Battle, or
yeah.
the Destiny ones. Better cooperative experience. Pandemic's just so long. it's very, very long. And the other one I said was Ticket to Ride. I would contend Pan Am is a better version of that.
I haven't played Pan Am, but sure.
I think it's time for us to move on from them and, leave them behind. Much as I love Ticket to Ride, much as I love a lot of those games, I don't think they're the best representation.
Time to old yeller them, drag them out in the backyard,
let them bark,
tell them about the rabbits, and
Oh man, that's rough.
So that's my hot take. What do you guys think of that?
You'll get no pushback from here.
I agree with you. I don't like Pandemic. I never enjoyed Ticket to Ride. I did not enjoy Carcassonne. The only one I may push back slightly is Catan because I enjoy it. However, it's not a great gateway game. And so I agree with you.
So,
There are better versions. 100%.
So here's the thing is I do like, with the exception of Dominion, all the games you mentioned, but they would not be games that I would use as gateway games. I would now use those games as more like it's like, look at it like music or movies. It's like, oh, you like this band and you want to get into like the roots of like what inspired them, that you can go and do some homework, right? You can go do some research. And Catan and Carcassonne and Ticket to Ride and Dominion are now all homework. And they feel like homework because they're smoother, better gateway games, entry-level games that are going to bring you in. So I can like those games, but not want to use them as gateway games. So I would put it like that for me personally, but I wouldn't use them as gateway games. And honestly, I don't know. I like Catan, but I have a hard time getting it played anymore. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Wow. That's good stuff. That's a great start. I mean,
love it. I
can't really follow. I'm nervous to follow up with that. I mean,
I'm just glad I get to go first.
Yeah, with your feet.
The Hot Take Express is leaving the station. All aboard. I mean, wow. Okay. My number 5 hot take here is just going to be about one specific. Totally agree.
Yeah, Splendor is great. I would
love
actually
Love
yeah.
Splendor.
Good for engine
love
building.
showing Splendor to new gamers,
Mhm.
and man, Splendor Duel has truly become one of my all-time favorite games. I think
Mhm.
it's fantastic. My hot take number 5 is about one specific series of games. We're gonna keep it relatively simple here, right out of the gate. Finspan is the best span.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a wet take than a hot take, but yes.
Heyo. Yeah, Wormspan would be the hot take, right?
I love Wingspan. I break it. I mean,
have
I
all the stuff
enjoy
for
it
that.
way more than these guys over here. I put it
Mhm.
very high in my top 50 in the past. I think it's a great game. I think it's a pretty good gateway game even. And well, you know, it's gateway plus. I'll say that. I'm not going to
Give
start
that.
somebody off with it, but if they enjoyed Splendor, hey, let's try this one.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed Wingspan immensely. I still play it on Board Game Arena, and I think it's a fantastic game. Then I played Finspan this year, and I like the theme way more. I like the way that you use cards as a way to play other cards, and they go into a discard pile, and then you have other fish that can bring those discards back into your hand so that you can reuse them. I love the thematic usage of diving deeper into the sea to activate the cards. I love the spatial puzzle of moving fish into groups so that they school and they score even more points. I love the in round scoring goals. I like how they solved eggs are the ultimate strategy by adding that school mechanic and making different in round goals not only be about eggs. I like everything they changed in Finspan, and
Yeah.
as a Wingspan fanboy, I have no problem saying Finspan is the best span.
It is.
It really is. And what's funny about Wingspan is that for Elizabeth Hargrave, I can't wait to see what her next really good game is going to be, because like she put out Undergrove recently. It's a much better game. It wasn't as nearly as popular because it's mushrooms compared to birds. It was a much better game than Wingspan, in my opinion. But I really hope that she's just like not overshadowed by the immense success of Wingspan.
Sure.
Because Finspan,
Well,
like I said, Finspan and Wormspan were just much better games, in my opinion, and Finspan being the best.
Well, the crappy thing I would say, and this isn't necessarily fair to her, but like I'm still waiting for her to put out another game that's even as good as Wingspan. And I'm fine with Wingspan, but I don't think any of her follow-ups have been that interesting.
Have you tried Undergrove?
I have not played Undergrove yet.
I got to play test that with her. It's very good.
So
very, very good.
I hope I'm wrong, but right now she's kind of a one-hit wonder for me anyways. And that one hit is a mega hit. I mean, she's the Ray Parker Jr. Well, no, that's not fair because he actually ripped off Huey Lewis in the News.
Hot take.
Yeah.
I mean, they caught lightning in a bottle with that. They got onto
That's a good way
great
to put it.
publisher with a very approachable theme.
Yeah.
Very approachable mechanics, and so
Great art.
They really hit a home run there.
Mhm.
And it'll be hard to follow that up regardless how good her other games are, honestly. Carlos, as far as rundown guys, I believe none of us have played that one yet, so I can't speak to it.
I've seen
Me personally,
it overly
the fish theme is more appealing to me, but yeah, I feel like they almost added too much in that one. It's longer.
And I mean, I'm a guy who likes Lacerdas. It looked like a bit much.
It mucks it up.
Where that game started.
I like it because it's dragons, but it mucks it up a little bit. Doesn't feel as clean. Doesn't mean it's not good. I actually still enjoy it very much.
Sure.
But,
I love the theme. The theme is like, that's the theme for me, is like a Dungeons and Dragons nerd, you know, a high fantasy nerd. Like, let's go.
Worst name though in all of gaming, in my opinion, though. Wormspan.
Yeah.
It's just call it Wingspan Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You're not wrong about that. And thanks for
But
that
they spelled it
shout
with a
out.
Y.
Yeah. Thanks for that shout out. We did do a one-hit wonder list. That was a few months ago. That was Tim's idea. Don't give him too much credit though.
Hey, thanks, Carlos. So much love.
Yeah, that was a really fun topic. I thought it was a fantastic idea.
Every once in a while, man. Every once in a while, I get a good one.
Go ahead, Tim.
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the spot, Tim.
Thank you.
There
Thank you.
you
I got
go.
it. It took me a sec. But I got it. Yeah.
Appreciate that. There, Bob.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's move this thing on to number 4 with an appropriate segue.
Did you do that on purpose?
We have 2 4s. It was the obvious pick.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
is pretty funny.
That did kind of that picture of me really did kind of sum up how I felt about Timspan though. I look pretty excited. Like I look like
You did.
Gollum. Like with
Yeah, we did throw you back though.
yeah, you did very quickly. And that was probably the right move
Yeah,
by all accounts.
yeah.
Agreed.
Well, you weren't tall enough to keep, so
No. Yeah. Gotta throw this one back.
throw it back. All right, so I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be board game, but this is board game rundown related.
Uh-huh.
My hot take is that Tim can in fact grow hair, but Mike sneaks in at night to steal it and glue it to his face.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Is this a throwback to that South Park episode where Cartman was gluing pubes to his chin?
Yeah. It's weird that Bob didn't specify where the hair was coming
I'm
from.
just saying. It's awful curly hair on your face there, Mike.
Dude. I have had some questions. There we
Wrong
go.
one.
Yeah,
Wrong
I like
one.
that.
Sorry.
I was like,
Yeah, let's talk about gluing pubes to your face and throw a link to Josh's podcast. That's the nicest thing you can do.
How did that tab end up showing instead of the And for more about pubes on your face, definitely
check out the tabletop.
Conversation with
Tabletop.
Angela Reggiani.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm done.
I told you nobody else would have my hot take there, Mike. I told Mike I got a couple more. Don't worry, no one's near these.
No one's close. I love it, Bob.
Oh,
Bob, I
man.
respect this list. I'm just
Thank
saying.
you.
I respect
Thank you.
what's
I appreciate it.
as the normal wild card. I really
Yes.
appreciate what's going on up here.
All right. I was
'cause
hoping
I'm not-
someone would.
Usually my
My
back
apologies.
hurts from carrying this thing. by
Right.
being
I
the wild
figured I'd
card.
help you out. You know,
Yeah,
you're kind
yeah.
of just getting back into it. See you on the replay.
Hey,
Steph.
Steph, we will see you after work, brother. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Carlos, you've gone completely full circle. And now back to what I
But
Originally tried.
here's what I meant to show you the first time. Nothing.
Jordan.
Wow.
the hits keep coming.
Crushing it.
Here's a
It's all that
picture.
super glue. The fumes are going to his brain.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh, there it
There
is.
you go.
There it
There it
is.
is. Yeah. The Timspan, not the best span.
Not the
Well-
best span.
Well, come on. Calm down. I'm really glad that it took 2 hilarious misfires to get to the joke so that
Yeah.
this joke could land like a flat dud.
Oh man.
That was a series of unfortunate events, and I'm all happy for it.
Somehow when I dragged that tab between the 2 monitors, it didn't go on to the same window that
Mm-mm.
I had on before. Anyway, as you were.
Look at that. Would buy. Thank you, Carlos. Okay. My number 2. Spicy hot take. I've kind of talked about this before on the show, like just as we talk about other games. I am kind of over and not that interested in lifestyle games. I want to play a bunch of games. I don't want to dedicate. Now, I want the big, long, drawn-out campaign games, but I want to play other games also. It's sort of like the one person that has the one game that they love. They bring it to every game night, every game day, every time, and that's all they want to play. And they push for it. I get it. You love that game.
Are you trying to say you don't want to go on a cruise and just play one game over and over and over and over and over again?
For sure. I also don't want to have to like play the game that is so asymmetric that you have to know how to play all the parts to teach it. And then if you've got to teach somebody else, I just, lifestyle games, usually the learning curve is really brutal. And
people who have like mastered it make it no fun to play.
Yeah, all of those things. It's really tough. Man. It's really tough. And I want to play games and have fun. And and there are games that I'm passionate about and that we'll play all the time, right? Like Cthulhu Wars. I'll play that game all the time. DC Deck Build. I'll play that game all the time. Clank, whatever. I don't care. But I don't like, it's not like my identity as a gamer. I don't want to have a singular game as my identity as a gamer.
Tim, when I think of you, I think Happy Salmon. That is your identity.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Listen, short and sweet. Like you had so much fun, you're sweating, and you didn't even realize it was done. It's title of my sex tape.
Yeah, it's the title of your sex tape. You're sweaty and you didn't even realize it was done.
Yeah, but
hey, cigarette.
But you had fun. You had fun for those 37 to 45 seconds.
I did. That was some of the best 30 seconds of my life.
Exactly right. Give me a minute. Let me finish this cigarette. We can go again. Hey, there's Andrew.
Wow. Hey, what up?
Love him. Andrew.
I just want to say, Tim, for somebody to say that they don't appreciate lifestyle games, I think it's a very hypocritical take from somebody who is responsible for Timspan Legacy.
God damn it, Mike. Well done.
Okay, so Mike, for the last joke, so.
Mike totally redeemed himself.
That's right. He landed that joke like a fish on a hook.
He did. He nailed that really quick. He did.
I was just glad I still had that project saved in my Canva.
Hey, thank you. I don't know who Chosen Valley Buffalo is.
I know some people that way that are.
But yeah, man, I want to play games and I want to have a good time. I want to be competitive, but like we've told the story before, but when I sit down and play in a DC deck builder tournament, I'm ready to sit there and play with people that are like high level and really know the game. But if I go to a meetup and we're playing Ostia or just any other game we love, I just want to sit and play a game I love and have a good time. Like I'm going to try to win, but I don't need to feel like I'm playing for second, third, or fourth place. I want to feel like I'm in it and participating and doing things.
Part of the reason why I didn't donate $20 to the Fantasy Football League.
Oh, shoot.
Because in a winner-take-all situation, what? You would just want my $20 here. I play and have fun. I play for free. Maybe if we could do like second place gets their money back. I know I'm not going to win. I don't pay enough attention. So.
Oh, I pay attention. I do still got to pay Mike, though, for my Fantasy League. He's got the spreadsheet.
Sure that's true. We'll consider some other options for next season for sure.
But anyways, that's my hot take. I'm just kind of not down with lifestyle games. I want to play a bunch of different games. Yeah, that's just me. I want to enjoy board games a lot. The multitude. We have a cornucopia of board games, and I want to love them all.
Would you say you have a plethora?
A plethora.
A chlamydia?
What? Oh, see, I have a plethora.
Maybe
Andrew, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Pay it off with the proceeds from Timspan Legacy.
Hey yo! I have made Mike. Actually, that's right. I will give you 100% of the proceeds from Timspan Legacy.
You just sign those rights right over.
Yeah, you got him. You got him, dude.
Hold on. Let me put that as a paid post in our Patreon real quick.
Oh shoot. So good. So good.
All right,
he's got a
Josh,
special
follow
appearance
it
on my
up.
channel.
Okay. So, games about wine are garbage. I'm just kidding. So that sounds.
Yeah. Well, you think you're better than me because you know
Did
wine?
not expect that. We'll spit that out.
Oh, I'm just kidding. But
Drinking water from a mason jar is garbage.
so this is a hot take that people aren't going to like, but I see the writing on the wall.
I already like it.
AI art is the future of board gaming.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Take it back.
So here's the reason I say this.
Yes.
I don't like it. I don't. Doesn't mean I don't have to like the hot take, but
Fair.
I think that here's how I see it. The way that the board game community is handling AI art is counterproductive to the conversation that needed to happen in order to preserve artists' jobs. So instead of, people saying, well, here's our concerns about AI art, let's really push it. It went to people who use AI art worship Satan and want to have sex with Hitler or stuff like that. It's like, okay, no, calm down for a second.
And that's not on the Hitler part.
But I was walking in Target the other day and I just clocked things that that's AI art that they're using. And guess what? The majority of board gamers don't care. There is a subsection of the hobby that is online that are really vocal about this. But lots of the people who buy board games, by and large, don't care. The hobby is a very small sector of the industry that will probably continue to use it. But even then, some of the bigger publishers who do this hobby stuff are moving towards AI art. It's just going to happen.
Game found. Found.
Yeah, it's just it's a sad thing that stuff is going to be lost because of that. And like I said, I don't necessarily agree with it. In fact, I don't. I'd rather hire someone I could have done Beach Day with AI art. It's a super simple
We
game.
would have preferred it. We saw those feet.
one going off to the side like this. You can put your 6 toes on there.
Yeah.
So he's
tell
like, all
Andrew
right,
to calm down with that.
Hammond, come on.
But no, I could have done it, but I chose to spend the extra money on it. One, because I, as a small business owner beyond Beach Day, I like paying small business people. But do you know how much art costs, guys? It costs a lot. I know. I want to see what Andrew says, because Andrew. One thing I love about Andrew and I's relationship is that we will definitely disagree, but we'll still. I still love the guy. See,
well, because Andrew's a grown up and can have a conversation. You know, I mean, and that's what's important.
Yeah, for me, if I make more games with Cake Pie Games, more than likely I won't use AI art because I like the styles of art that I want to be able to connect with a human with, but that's not necessarily everybody who's going to start doing games. Mm-hmm. It's just not, and it's a sad thing, but I think in 10 to 15 years, the only artists that will be around are ones who can make a name for themselves right now. No. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong. I have a adjacent to this hot take a little bit later, so I will refrain from commenting a ton, but I appreciate the point you're making because it's really interesting, and I do think that it is something that people are going to have to reconcile very quickly because it's coming whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I don't like AI for a multitude of other reasons as well. But
yeah, mostly Skynet.
I'm not going to get political.
Right.
Yeah. That's my take.
Love it.
Wow.
Let's go. Come on. We didn't ask Josh to come on and put on kid gloves.
That's right.
We wanted the spicy takes.
Got my 6-fingered AR gloves and I'm punching.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, exact number and everything, because we've got a crossover.
Whoa!
And my take is similar, but different. And Look, I support artists as much as I possibly can. I love their work and I buy their work. I see you, Jim Cole, Katya Howitson, Ammon Anderson, John DeCampos, and Parker Simpson. You guys are amazingly talented people and you have amazing work. But AI isn't going anywhere. And as much as I'm against it, and especially the resources it uses in its applications, I'm just not going to boycott playing board games that choose to use AI art. The AI steam train is full speed ahead, and a game that has a couple layers of AI in its art is not going to stop large corporations from replacing entry level workers in 5 years. Therefore, I'll respect the publishers that make the decision to use AI art. And if they need coverage for their games, I'm not going to boycott them.
No, I think
So-
people think your attitude.
I mean, so here's the thing. Without getting in too much into what I will get into later on my own hot take. But like, there's a lot of things that AI art can touch, right? It can be used as a tool. It can be used as a placeholder. We have talked to publishers and designers that have used AI art and then hired somebody to go in and like clean everything up and like graphic design. Like they used it as a framework, right? Like I would do a very bad job of going, Josh, you're an artist. I want this to look like this, and I'm going to draw you kind of like a rough sketch. Now, please don't make it pretty. I couldn't do that. Like, I might need to use a generative
AI for
tool
concept
sort of thing for concept art. And that's not necessarily the art I want to use, right? It's just, hey, man, this is kind of what I envision. Please, like
flesh me out a universe using this kind of a style.
put your spin on it, but this is where I'm at. But at the same time, like I'm a big, like, so I'll relate it to other forms of media, right? So there's people like Christopher Nolan, that famous director, that still wants to shoot on film specifically. And I think even Tarantino, to like some extent, they want to shoot on film and not digital because they want to preserve the art of that, right? Like, so Jack White from the White Stripes, like he likes to record not on analog equipment versus like digital equipment because he doesn't want to recreate sounds that way. He wants to create sort of that raw original sound. So I think that there will always be champions for what's in, for those things, because I think that there is a purity and a joy, to that. But also I do kind of agree with, I can't not agree with Josh where like the reality of it is you are going to be dealing with some integration of this, in some form of this, it's going to be unavoidable,
Yeah, it really will come down to artists and their style. Like, for instance, the AI art is getting very good at creating, like, I call it Magic the Gathering epic artwork. Like, it's getting pretty dang good at doing that to where it's getting hard to tell. But asking an AI art machine to replicate the style of Kyle Farron, it doesn't do a good job because Kyle Farron's artwork is so unique in and of itself.
Sure.
So artists are going to have to figure out really quickly, they have to have their own voice that the AI gobble machines will have a difficult time consuming. Like, it's because if the AI hasn't eaten it into its little brain thing, however it works,
right,
it can't replicate it.
Right. Yeah, but I guess in a weird way though, like you kind of, maybe this isn't a fair comparison, but like somebody using a drum machine to create music and like layer beats is not necessarily untalented because they use that versus they, they like
the
can actually
Gorillas
drum.
Literally use that Casio keyboard, like,
but but Gorillaz, I mean, that's actually like Blur reformed, right? The band Blur from the 90s reformed into Gorillaz. So they were all musicians in their own right originally. And then they use that stuff. But what I'm saying is like Trent Reznor, right? Trent Reznor uses a lot of keyboards and like sound machines and things like that. Synthesizers to create those things. And, but that does not make him not a talented musician. You know, just because Chuck Berry can play guitar but can't use a synthesizer doesn't make him a bad musician, just like the person that can play a synthesizer. And it doesn't make them like trying to recreate Chuck Berry riffs on a, you know, on a keyboard. It's not the same thing. And I think that there will always sort of be that uncanny valley. I don't know that AI will get that good. I hope not. But I also, it's kind of to Josh's point where you've got an artist that has a style and a verve to it, and it's really hard for people to, or AI to recreate that. Like,
so here's the question. So go ahead, Bob.
No, okay. Oh, sorry. I want to reference a couple of comments here because this goes into something that kind of happened to me at work. Yes, Andrew, people will vote with their wallets and money talks. What will people buy?
Yep.
And then to reference Nick's, AI is going to start creating games. It's going to happen. There are already musicians that it's literally AI. Like the whole band is completely AI. And that's stuff is on Spotify with millions and millions of, you know, plays or whatever they call it.
I've heard one AI song. Yeah.
Like that
and like it sounds like a normal group or band playing it, you know? Yeah. And while that might not, you know, put somebody out of business right now, this is just the beginning. It's just starting, and it is going to exponentially like increase. It's going to be faster and faster and faster, and more of it's coming out.
It doesn't slow down.
You know, and I even like talked to I try to mention some of this to a guy at work, a customer who had come in, how I think there needs to be like a robot tax, and he kind of flipped out on me, and I was like, well, eventually, you know, what are normal people going to do for work? If you know, people are going to start being replaced by AI and by robots and things like that, and it's going to put a lot of people out of work.
It's like the Tim Burton Willy Wonka. You don't work in the toothpaste factory screwing on the toothpaste caps anymore. Now you're repairing the machines that screw on the toothpaste
caps. But now that factory that used to hire 10 people to screw on caps hires one person to fix their robot. So what are the other 9 going to do? You only need so many robot repair people.
Listen, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just comparing it.
Well, you're sounding like Hillary there. We're going to retrain those coal miners to do coding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you sure about that?
Very spicy topic that
dude,
I was
that's
assuming
to politics.
was going
it's
to
really tough.
come up.
It's really tough. And the problem is there are way more bad actors that are going to abuse things and take advantage than there are people that would use tools for what they're meant to be, you know, used for.
Yeah.
So
and here's what I would say. This is the harsh reality. AI board games are coming. AI art is coming for them. Are we going to sit and cry about it? Or are we going to get to work and figure out how we're going to overcome it? It's like it's something I always like to say is like when crap hits the fan, we can either sit and complain about how much it smells, or we can wipe it off and just keep going. Like,
right.
It's just what's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, one of those two. Yeah, revolution's an option, but you know.
Yeah. Also, just once again, would like to point out the hypocritical nature in Tim's take, especially since Timspan Legacy now has more AI art. This is the gift that keeps on giving. I'll just keep that tab open.
Look, guys, I am changing jobs next week. I do not have the money to pay artists. Yeah, so like now with 100% more AI art, I'll just start using Trump numbers with 5,000 more percent.
It's the best AI art, probably the greatest AI art we've ever had.
Grown men have cried when they've seen this AI art.
I was like,
nobody does AI art like Tim.
He's the best AI art ever.
And I mean, I guess since I haven't made it public, I'll just do it now. As somebody that was recently laid off, we have decided to use AI to queue up our transitions. So, Bob, get started with your number 3. Thanks, AI.
I do like in that transition, nobody looked happy. We all are like,
Why is that?
All right. So starting to get a little spicier here.
let's go.
My number 3. Josh is actually a nice guy, regardless of what Tim and Mike said.
Boo! 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 I quit the show. Canceled. He's a monster. Everybody knows this.
I support AI art. I
saw Josh kick puppies.
With tongue.
With tongue? He kicked a puppy with a tongue?
Yes. Oh, I said kiss puppies.
No, kicked puppies.
He's kicking puppies with his tongue.
Yeah, it's gross.
He's
so gross.
He's butt flossing the puppy's tongue.
Do you butt floss, bro? Picture of Josh with his tongue out. That's the one.
Oh, dear.
Yep.
Shoot.
Yeah, a lot of people think I'm not nice. It's okay. I understand though. I have a grumpy demeanor.
Yeah.
I'm in that awkward place where
this is too good.
Oh my gosh.
I have a grumpy demeanor. I'm in that place where I'm not as handsome as Tim with the bald head, but I don't have the wonderful hue beard that Mike has.
Yeah.
And so and I don't have the luscious long hair of Bob. So I'm in this awkward place where it's like this. It's like the fifth circle of hell. No one remembers what's actually there. We know it's pretty bad though.
Yeah, it's not good, right? Yeah,
you'll learn your circles.
What I'll say though, Josh, is just get them clippers out, take the guard off, leave the beard because I think that's a beard, but then just start up here and just go around and just get rid of it, man.
That's what I'm trying to do. That I just forget to do it. I'm gonna
lean into it, man. The minute I started to get even close to thinning up top, bye bye.
It was a horrible moment because I grew up having luscious brown hair that was thick and full. But then when I was actually getting ready to play the Grinch for an event I was doing, and my wife took a picture of the back of my head and was like, get the green right. And I looked at it and I just saw the Eye of Sauron. Right in the back. And I was like, no! And I shaved it the next day. So
it's funny because my first wedding, my practice wedding, we'll call it. I saw some pictures of me from behind, and I was getting that little monk, circle in the back, and I was not even aware that it was there. And very quickly after that, I was like, okay, I gotta buzz it down.
Man, if only your friends at the time would have pointed that out to you.
No doubt. Bob didn't even have long hair then.
I guess it was pretty short back then.
No, your hair was short at my second wedding. The one that stuck.
I was getting it cut for free, and then he moved away, and I haven't got it cut since.
Yeah, clearly. No, you did get it cut one time. You did Locks for Love, and
this is true.
You looked like the page boy from that commercial.
No, I would say it looked like Lord Farquaad.
You did look like Lord. It looked bad.
It was bad.
Thank God it grew out very quickly.
Down and went under.
Oh, it did. It looped. It like curled right under the chin. He had it cut at a perfect length. Yeah. And I love you, Bob, but that was the worst haircut I've ever seen you have.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So that kid better enjoy that freaking hair.
No doubt. No doubt. Somewhere a kid with cancer.
Hey.
Thank you, Andrew. Much love.
Mine just keeps getting more gray. And it took a picture of the back of my head to realize the gray on my head is back here and I can't see it.
My grays are 90%.
All mine are right in here because Mike stole my other hair.
I take the dark ones. So, yeah.
Hold up. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. We're not going that on tonight.
Whoa.
All right.
That's the title of my sex tape. Go on.
My number 3 on the hot take scale. Okay. So a lot of people have problems with the original Star Wars trilogy, but they did get one thing right. I hate sand. Games with sand are the worst games.
I have no idea where you're going with that for a second.
I mean, look, Dune Imperium is fine. Calm down. I know I just talked about Dune on my top 6 player games. It's fine. Calm down. What else has sand? Camel Up. Awesome game, but it's fine. It has sand. Oh yeah, Beach Day. It's fine, but it has a lot of sand. Sand's a lot of grit in there, right? A lot of grit.
It gets everywhere.
Gets everywhere.
It's coarse.
I hate sand. And I can't act. Okay. That's it. That's my number 3.
He does have one of the best saber battles, but that's okay.
Hold on.
Sure. Hayden Christensen's awesome.
Listen, they did him right it was one of the few good things on that Obi-Wan series because they messed that thing up. He was really good in that. And he was done an injustice by George Lucas actually directing the original prequels. That's a different hot take. They should have got, just like Star Wars, they should have got different directors for the other movies because they would have been better. He's got great ideas, bad director.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote Indiana Jones, but who directed it? Spielberg. Exactly right.
Yep.
One of my all-time favorite movies.
Okay. I feel like I'm the only one who took this list seriously.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Only thing worse than Sand Games is feet. Yeah, we already hit. It's
Bob hit that. Bob hit that one. But yeah, we're good.
Yep.
So, my next hot take. Let me pull up. I have like a couple of them. One second. Oh yeah. Okay. So this relates to us here, guys. Us four. And I wonder if you'll agree with me. Just my experience. So some of my favorite people in the hobby are the people who love games like us, the media people who go around and want to, play games, support creators and things like that. But the hot take is the absolute worst people and the most toxic people in the hobby are in the creator and media space.
Ooh. I know some. I know some.
Like,
and I won't name names, but you can.
So I'm not going to name names. Because I'm not.
But I agree. I agree with this.
I saw a post once this week. Actually, we're not going to talk more about AI, but it was he's been on the show and I've talked to him a couple of times too. Jeremy Howard was talking about AI art. He made
he had a great response. I loved his response.
Great response talking about AI art. How he's basically saying what we're saying. He's like, yeah. It's unfortunate, but this is happening. And he made some great points about AI art. It was about Maple Mountain saying they're not going to review games with AI art. 90% of people are like, hey, yeah, no, that's their stance. Good on them. They can do that. They're upfront with it. He made a comment about, I don't exactly remember what it was, but there were some people in it because he wasn't, lifting up his pitchfork and raising, they were calling him. They said he had no morals. They said he was evil, and it was just like, okay, literally, little name Dick, calm down. Like, it was, and you see that all over the place. Like, if somebody, for instance, and we're not getting politics. If it's revealed this person has a certain set of politics that, by and large, isn't problematic, it's just different than what the other person has. They freak out and try to expose them. If this person went to Harry Potter land, with their family because it happens to be at Universal Studios, they'll freak out with that too. They got a picture in front of Hogwarts Castle. Okay, there's tons of other things at Universal Studios. That's just like an allegory. Like if they do something adjacent to something,
I get it.
They will try to destroy them.
Yeah.
And tear them down. And it pisses me off. Like, it's like,
Josh,
it's like,
you are rubbing right up against my number one. You're rubbing right up against my number one.
The media people who come in, it's I get so infuriated because there's so many good people who I like to use me and Andrew as an instance. Me and Andrew, I know for a fact we have like different politics and stuff. We have different opinions on stuff, but we're both adults, and I love the guy because I know deep down, and not even deep down on surface, he's a great person.
Yeah.
That title that's the title of his.
Because I said you and I were rubbing up against each other. You're rubbing up against my number one.
But it's and you hear it on our podcast that when me and Andrew disagree on something, we'll talk about it. But I love the guy, despite our disagreement.
It's more interesting when you don't always agree. I mean, flat out.
And the strongest people, the best people, hobby refuse to be puppets just to like please everybody. I get so sick of some people in the media who like, I have 1,000 people on Instagram. That's because you just gotta follow 1,000 people and they'll follow you back. Yeah. Like it's
Mike, how do we grow our Instagram? Hey, there it is.
No kidding, dude. Like, and I mean, no more board games than politics and what now. But I can talk politics with anybody, which is to me a feat of diplomacy, right? Because so many people are extreme one way or another, and as soon as somebody says something you don't agree with, they want to chastise them, they want to shoot them down, don't want anything to do with them, And it's like, doesn't really matter who you're talking to. There's going to be some points of agreement, and you need to find those points of agreement. And even if you don't agree on everything, like
let's just talk about our group, right? The three of us. Yeah. We are varying on the spectrum with our politics. We have different things where we feel very strongly about. There's definitely things we agree on, and there's things where maybe we're like in various shades. And I know Bob and I have had many awesome conversation where we don't necessarily like line up completely, but because we know each other, we respect each other, we have amazing conversations about it. And I cherish those because it's somebody that's knowledgeable and I respect their opinion. But also like we can disagree, but we can make our points and we don't have to walk away going, yes, Cascadia is a good game.
Because he didn't agree 100% with me.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. That's stupid.
The attitude a lot of these people have is that if you don't 100% agree with my take, you are a bad person. I cannot.
You're a monster. Yeah. And everybody should know that Josh is like a bad person for like 37 other reasons.
Yes. No. See my number 3. Rewind and go back to my number 3.
Oh, gosh. I love Josh so much. He knows this, and I know he knows this because I tell him this all the time. But it's so much fun to pick on. Anyways.
It generates clicks.
Yeah.
And that's why social media and stuff pushes those types of content to everybody because it generates clicks, it generates eyeballs, looking at it. Yeah, it's
and that's the thing too, is like I'm gonna sound so mean, but I'm gonna go for it.
Go for it.
Lots of people who get into content creation are just so sad and lonely and don't have any purpose in life that they feel if they don't push politics or their beliefs onto some people, and they're so desperate to have 5 people who 100% agree with them that they go into content creation. It's a sad thing that like, okay, I'm alone. I'm going to find people who like board games who 100% agree with me. And that's going to be my little community. Okay, fine. Do that. I guess live in your bubble, fart in it, and breathe in your own toxicity. But a more beautiful life is had when you're in a bubble of disagreement as opposed to a bubble of security. That's just how life is.
Life begins outside your comfort bubble.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love a good conversation, man. If we're not like button heads a little bit, I mean, you can do it respectfully, but I love these guys and we have disagreed on things, and we've argued about some things, but we're all still right here. And I think that our friendship is stronger because of it.
I think that's why these episodes are so fun too, as well, because you're giving opinions. When I come on the show, I give opinions I know some people are going to disagree with.
Yeah,
I love it. We've seen in the comments people are like, "What is Josh talking about?" Yes, lobster is garbage and Kraft mac and cheese is better, but still, it's like,
yeah, for sure. No, and I think I don't know, Chosen Valley. I'm sorry your name is showing up this way. I'm not sure who you are, so I apologize for not addressing you by name. But I agree with you. I don't talk politics at work. I don't do it at a meetup unless I know the people really well.
I won't bring it up, but if somebody brings it up, I will sit there and discuss and talk about it. Yeah,
sure.
Because you never know how somebody's going to react. Somebody might be like, fly off the handle one way, and you're like, whoa, we're just trying to have a conversation here in a normal tone of voice. You don't have to get crazy.
Dave, stop.
amazing.
Dave, stop right now, Dave. You have created a monster. You are
now
the
with
AI
more
monster
ice.
that has been unleashed. Yeah, an ice vest and a mega hat.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Man, I
Tim
heard
over
something
here-
very interesting about ice today that I would love to share right now, but I don't want to dive into that kind of deep end
wow.
right
Yeah,
now.
trying to get us
Oh my
canceled.
gosh.
Yeah,
I
Tim
love
over
this.
here talking about this bumping up against his number one. As much as I'd like to move mine to 3 and piggyback on the current conversation, I'm going to leave it where it is at number 1, but it is bumping uglies with my number 1. So
Yeah.
I will just leave it
That's
be
sign language for something. This
Yeah.
right here.
a little bit.
I don't remember what it is, but it's not good.
I'm going to go back up a little bit.
There's some
before
deaf
I
guy
get to
going.
my number 3. Carlos talking about all these stretch goals and a mini of Tim, which is interesting because
Tim's already
Just life
mini.
size. Yeah, it's just life size.
Timspan Legacy now
Low-hanging
with more
fruit.
minis comes in the stretch goal box.
But you don't get the stretch goals unless you back at a higher level.
That's right.
Well, we have to reach our social media stretch goals. Follow us on Instagram for that.
That's right. Bumping uglies with my number 1.
So I'll continue to leave my spicier takes at the top and go straight to my number 3 here. And that is that expansions aren't worth it. You're never going to play most of your expansions.
Hold on.
The best board games out there don't need them. How many games do you have? How many games do you play repeatedly? And I ask myself that because if I just peruse my top 20, let's see here. Well, Anachrony, I've only played with the mini expansion that doesn't add gameplay.
I've played a couple of those.
Concordia, I don't even use Salsa.
I've never played the expansion of Concordia, so
the game's better without it, and I think one of the forums is broken. Clans of Caledonia, I did back the expansion, but it hit my top 5 without touching it. Sky Team's expansion is good, but I'd gladly play the base game any day. Cubitos, I played the expansion once and we found a broken combo, and I'm like, okay, I guess I got to try a different combo. Smartphone Inc., I still haven't used any of the modules that are in that box.
I've used a bunch.
After Us is perfect as it is. So is Splendor and Trajan and Bora Bora.
After Us has an expansion?
No, it does not. It still does not have one.
Oh, after Us.
Yeah.
So I just went through about 3/4 of my top 20, and none of those expansions add anything to my favorite games. So
hold on,
expansions aren't worth it.
Now I saw Josh celebrating this, and I think it's more that he's just lazy and didn't want to make expansions for Beach Day, and not that he doesn't like expansions. I'm just putting that out there.
I like mini expansions. So like the Tim feet, the BGR feet promo.
Yeah,
it's a mini expansion. It's gonna be great.
Game's gotta have that. I mean,
I mean, once Beach Day is out, I'm just gonna order a deck of cards and hand it out, saying, "Hey, you like board game run? Here are my friends at Board Game Rundown. Buy my game Beach Day. It has feet.
It has feet.
Get those fetish dollars."
Yeah, I'm actually designing an RPG right now called Feet.
Interested?
You role play as feet. So
I do. So Mike, I think I'm like, I don't. This is really tough.
I'm
for me
60% on board because 40% of my expansions I played.
I'm 75. I think.
That's where I'm at. Like I'm pretty close to being on board with this because I'm going to say that like statistically you're correct, but there are some expansions that I really enjoy. I enjoy expansions that only add to the game, you know, like
like War Whispers gave me more of those cards. Yes, give me more of those cards.
Yes, yeah, give me like just a few more options. I don't need like a bloated expansion where I've got to like relearn the whole game so that I can introduce this expansion. But I'm not gonna say I don't necessarily disagree with that take. It's really tough. You know what game really needs an expansion is After the Empire. Yeah, that's one.
After the Empire.
Yeah.
Before the Empire.
During the Empire.
Yeah. How about just Empire the Empire?
That's
588 2300 Empire.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tim, I find your take about expansions pretty hypocritical, considering Timspan Legacy has a mini expansion.
I can't get it to go away.
Hey Tim, how many expansions do you have for Cthulhu Wars?
All of them.
Yeah.
But
you do use most of them.
I do. I use a bunch of them. But
it depends what
games there are games that are designed to have expansions though.
Yeah, but I will also say, to Bob's point, like, I'm also a completionist. So by nature, right? Like, so I won everything. Does that mean I played everything? No, not necessarily. Also, as a collector and sort of a curator of a collection, it is easier to move a game and trade a game out of your collection if you got everything for it. So the value is higher. So it's tough. I mean, there's some push and pull there. Like, what are your goals? What do you want when you have this game? Generally, I do want everything, just so at least I've got the option. But are they required most of the time? No, Mike. My preferred expansions come in like Taverns of Tiefenthal, where they're actually just modules that you can add to increase the complexity of the game, or you can simplify
or more playable characters, right? So if like Slay the Spire came out with some new characters or something, you're like, I have Spirit Island, right? I like having all those extra spirits. Gives me options
more characters, but they don't
fundamentally
change the game. They just give you different ways to interact with the game.
Expansions that can add asymmetry can be pretty fun. I will add, there's always an exception to the rule. Somebody that came up with this hot take here. Role Player, very good game. With the Monsters and Minions expansion, a great game.
Oh, sure. Have still yet to play it, and I love Role Player anyways.
Yeah. It's kind of the expansion you don't think you need until you play it, and then you'll never play it without.
No, that's totally fair. And Andrew, this is a really good point, is expansions that fit the base game. So when's the Wine Cellar expansion?
What's going to be fixed that? Or
I love it. I love you, Andrew.
Yeah,
Viticulture with Tuscany is a great example. I think that I have the OG like wine crate, like Viticulture, but that Viticulture Essential Edition is fantastic. It's really good. It's solid. But it integrates like a bunch of that stuff already into the game. But I think you're allowed
for Chambers and Midgard really made the game a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you're allowed to like improve your game. I don't think that that's like a cardinal sin, right? Like, this game needed an expansion to fix it. Well, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Like if you had the original and then you get the expansion, you're like, oh, this is much better. But usually that game gets a reprint and then it's got that expansion built into it.
Like Empire's Age of Discovery.
But I don't think that that's a sin to fix your game and make it a better game or to adapt it. Or
once more eyes have been put on it and you realize, hey, it could really use this. Let me fix it so more people can enjoy it.
Evolve it with the times. Yeah. Absolutely.
Agreed. And to wrap that up, going a little bit further down my top 50 other games
pairings.
Other games that break that rule, I would say, are Lords of Vegas. I would never play that without the Up expansion.
I love the Up expansion.
Quacks, definitely with the Witches. Have not played the Alchemist yet.
It's good too.
But Witches, 100%.
Yeah.
And Lords of Waterdeep with both expansions.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I really hope that Renegade does that. That they put everything in this new version they're doing. I doubt they will because it's Renegade. But
yeah.
We'll see.
No, I agree. It's a really good point though. Really good point.
Oh God, I was on another tab and I just saw the Fremunda cheese expansion. Good.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm not talking about the gravy from the Fremunda cheese.
No, we need the wine cellar Australian wines, which are specifically wines for fighting. And and then also they've got the wines for putting down and avoiding, which I know Bob
the
also.
Irish ones, right?
I know Bob will also get that reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a Monty Python reference.
It's got a bouquet like an Aboriginal armpit.
Fighting around the world. All right, let's move back to Bob for his number 2.
All righty. As Tim kind of pointed out, I was being a little silly with my list.
I love it, Bob. Don't change.
Well, it's about to.
Damn it.
I think that people should be able to make games about any topic, any subject, use whatever art they want.
Ooh.
Let them do it. Let them do it.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you have to buy it. Doesn't mean you have to like it. Doesn't mean you have to play it. But this is supposed to be America. People are supposed to be free to do what they want to do. If they want to put their money into making something as offensive as they want to make it, let them do it. You know, it's nobody's making you buy it. No one's making you participate. Let them be assholes if they want to be assholes. You know,
Yes.
You don't have to police them. It's fine.
No. Oh my God, Bob. Yes. Yes. So hard. Yes. And I say this as pretty hardcore liberal and not even as hardcore as you, but freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Is very important. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's hate speech if you don't agree with it.
Dude. Okay. So.
Oh, here we go. I got him. He's going to do politics.
I am not a Glenn Beck fan. Okay.
Not
I'm
at
just
all?
going to preference it with that. But that dude said something that I have to give him credit
Ooh.
for. And it's easy to defend free speech. When people say, I love puppies, it's easy to be like, yes, I love puppies too. But if somebody says, I hate puppies, puppies suck, it's their right to be dumb. You know?
Yeah, you're going to deal with the consequences of saying something like that.
Yeah.
Because that's free speech.
They have a right to say it, you know? So I just, it's easy to defend free speech when you agree with it. It is much harder to defend that free speech when you don't agree with it. And we need to defend it whether we agree or not. You
can't really see it up there, but I am the guy that wanted a copy of Go Cane, which is about, it is Go, is the game of Go, but rethemed about cocaine trafficking. And it's not because, I love cocaine so much. It's like, that is a wild theme.
Yeah.
And I just love that somebody had the audacity to make an economics game about that, right?
So do you get to pass laws to make it illegal, to make the price go up so that you can make more money?
You should.
Yeah.
But to me, very few things are taboo. But you don't have to love it. You spend your money on it, right? Like I don't agree with this game about like recruiting people to be devil worshippers. That's fine. Don't buy it. Don't play it. Don't talk about it. Don't look at it.
Agreed, Evan. You don't, like I said, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to like it. You can talk about it. You can say this is awful. This is terrible.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that we need to be, trying to cancel them or force them to, pull it from shelves and things like that. Like it just, to me, that is, I don't want to say like a surrender, but it's just like, it goes against what America stands for, right? So you should be able to do those types of things.
I think it's,
and we have the right to say like, hey, that's friggin' terrible,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's the game Freedom, right? Which is by Academy Games, and it's about the Underground Railroad. Yeah. Slavery is terrible.
Yeah.
Here we are trying to free slaves. There's Black Orchestra. We're trying to kill Hitler. There's Secret Hitler, which is a social deduction game about trying to get Hitler into office so that you can take over and implement your terrible,
It doesn't mean you're Hitler.
Yeah, I think we are limiting ourselves to the potential what board games can do by not allowing someone like this to happen. Like I've only talked about this with a few people, but I'll put it on the internet now.
Let's do it.
One of the game ideas I've had purely as an educational tool was that I would want to create a game where you. This is going to sound bad, but I think there's a lesson here about history that you are in charge of running a concentration camp in World War II. You are Nazis. You're playing as Nazis, and your job is to officially run the concentration camp. And you have to do it right, put the history behind it, like you're trying to get numbers of these extermination camps. Does that make you uncomfortable? Sure. Schindler's List made people extremely uncomfortable.
It's supposed to make you uncomfortable.
But it woke a lot of people up,
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you uncomfortable because you need to learn about what actually
If it doesn't
happened.
make you uncomfortable.
But imagine if I put that out on Kickstarter right now. I don't think Kickstarter will prove it. It's like, but they're like that's just one example. There's that's one end of this picture. I'm like, hey, we're learning ourselves how we can teach you about the ferocities. You could do something about the Rwandan genocides. You could do something about the problem that
Gaza genocide.
I mean, I think it's really tough. I will say,
holy cow.
I will say it's really tough. It's really, really, really tough to be able to justify putting out a game where you can efficiently, how efficiently can I eliminate a race of people? That's bad. That's a bad thing. And we all agree, I think, that's a bad thing.
Yes, genocide is bad, Tim.
And to gamify that is a very interesting topic that I think you could talk about and how do you do that, right? How do you approach that? Now, I think if you come at it in a way where you're trying to educate people what was actually happening, I think that's an important thing to do, right? I think it's important to. I will use this game as an example. Moneymaker, Bob. Moneymaker. It's a game about Dutch banking, right? But you're selling people's debt to other people, and then when those debts get called in, how bad is it, right? So that's a safe way to sort of explain a thing that is happening in modern times, right? In our lifetime, that is affecting people's lives in a very negative and horrible manner, right? When that housing bubble burst in 2008 or whatever, right?
Right.
That is what Moneymaker is essentially about.
Yeah. Okay, we're calling in those housing debts.
Wait, I parsed that debt up into 12,
I shorted that. Yeah.
12 other debts, and I sold that debt to Mike, and then Mike sold that debt to Bob. So who's going to pay for it? Oh, actually, the person, the wrong person's going to pay for it at the end of the day. And so I think it's very important to find educational ways to talk about these things. And I think just because 5 tribes had slaves in it instead of fakirs, or the original version of Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Or what was that? Weathermain, not Weathermain. What's that?
Quatermain.
The game we covered, Tim, it was a deck builder.
Oh, Quatermain.
Quatermain.
Yeah, that.
Look, you are dealing with things as they were represented in the time.
Yep.
Use your brain and use some context.
Yep.
And see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
That guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make a game about that Leopold dude who slaughtered tons of those Africans, and took all the resources out of that country and make it a learning experience, because a lot of people don't know that kind of stuff happened.
Yeah.
And, by using games to, teach that history, you could actually make people more aware to try to prevent that from happening again.
Thank you.
Great quote.
That's
Steve.
right.
Thank you, Steve.
There's just so much we could potentially gain by. I think a great example is the Fort Circles games. They did Votes for Women. In that game that you can play as an anti-suffragist, and the game is so much better if you do it suffragist versus anti-suffragist. But because even some people I know who are friends of mine, I was like, I don't want to play the anti-suffragettes because I am so pro-woman. I'm like, good. Get your head out of your butt floss area, and we can actually play this game how it's supposed to be played.
Yeah,
Look at the design. This. Yeah.
Look at the other side. Understand the other side, because that's going to allow you to defend your position
to come
so
up
much
with
better.
tactics help defend. Yes.
So much better.
Exactly.
Imagine, Bob. Imagine if you and me, someone who I'll say I'm like moderate. I am a centrist, like right. That's just what my politics are.
I'm centrist left. So Josh, we're not that far apart.
Yeah,
imagine Bob and I disagree on a bunch.
What if me and me, Bob, got together? It's like, hey, let's make a game about the complexities of the Israeli and Palestinian conflict.
Ooh.
We can collaborate together. Like, okay, well, what's this side saying? What's this side saying? We can disagree on maybe the politics of it, but let's make a game so we can explain, hey, this is the complexities of the situation.
Yep.
And let's put out in the world and see what people think about it.
Yep.
And that's what's going to bring board games to the next level of artistry, which I think it deserves. Is how can I make this game make people think? So
I think it is a missed opportunity to not use board games as a tool for education. Yeah. Right. So as a kid, I was very slow to coming around to reading, but then I discovered comic books, and comic books got me into reading. And then I found comic books like graphic novel versions of like history and things like that. And now I read regular books like crazy, but I also
pictures.
Right. Yeah. Without pictures. But those graphic novels, like Cartoon History of the Universe, for example, is by Larry Gonick, is like an awesome historical, it's a great historical chronicle, but at the same time, it was very approachable, but it was also brutally honest and really real. And I think if we're not being honest and real and finding ways to permeate and penetrate, the younger psyche based on, today's, what's going on today, you're just ignoring opportunities. You've got to find ways to connect with people. And if it's through board games, Mike, how much did you learn from playing Cartini?
I was going to bring that up.
A lot
exactly
about
right.
Women's ability to get secondary education in Indonesia, and a result of the flavor text of that game, I researched the topic extensively.
Exactly right. That is my point exactly. We are not monsters for going, oh, this game was really interesting because I learned a lot about the suppression of women's, female education in Indonesia. Yeah. No, this is a game that is explaining how it grew and blossomed and the importance of it. And then that also then spreads to other cultures and every other aspect of our lives, right? I mean, that's just what it is. It's super important. It's important to address these difficult topics. Yeah. Who said Schindler's List? Bob? Schindler's List?
No.
Josh?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
An amazing movie that I've seen like 3 times ever in my whole life. And I'm an avid movie watcher, but that movie is so hard to watch. But it's so damn important because you need to know what was happening. And I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, when we play Axis and Allies, Bob, somebody's got to play the Axis.
That's what I was gonna ask Dave. I was like, so does that mean if you're playing a World War II game, no one's allowed to be, the Axis? Now, it's one thing if I'm saying like, really getting into the role,
right.
and like,
right.
That's different. But like, it's almost like to bring a Magic the Gathering a little bit, and you're playing, if somebody's playing black and summoning demons. I remember back in high school, I got in a lot of trouble because those cards were saying summon demon on them and they didn't want me to have them in school and whatnot. It's like, it's a game, we're learning things. Somebody, needs to play the other side.
Yeah.
And
well, and going along with what Dave said there, where he was saying we shouldn't play the people and the atrocities. 100% disagree. I'm sorry. Like,
it's just, this is what this show's for. Go for it.
Yeah. This is why as a dungeon master, you might be able to appreciate this, Bob.
Yeah.
As a dungeon master, the aspect of being the villain is something that it's important to a story.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand what that villain's motivation is in order to appreciate his entire plan.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, put that into the real world. In order to understand why people commit atrocities, we need to look in their shoes and understand why they did it, so we don't repeat those mistakes.
Yeah.
If I play this could be an interesting concept. If I play, I'm a Jewish person in World War II at Auschwitz trying to survive. I mean, that could be fun, but we know we're the good guy, and so we're just trying to avoid the evil Nazis. But if I'm playing the Nazi, I have to be uncomfortable that I'm going to have to do all this stuff. Or if I'm, playing a border patrol agent right now, and I'm trying to balance between letting people who are actually seeking asylum in, the people who are, running drugs across the border, it's like, these are difficult decisions. These are real things that help us grow.
Because they're freaking gray areas and they're not black and white with some things, right? Like there's things you got to. And here's the thing: is we all know Josh politically is a monster, and so we need to understand his side and his thinking so that we can take him down appropriately.
Please see my number 3.
I love you, Josh, so much.
No, it's okay. Like it's funny. Like, and that's one. I mean, we're getting kind of into politics here, which I believe
we are a little.
Okay.
We are a little.
Well, like,
that's
as someone who is like, when you say I'm center right, I know some people in the hobby are going to freak out about that because you say, you're a little bit right. It's like, I probably agree with Tim and Bob on a lot of things. Actually,
you probably do.
I agree with you more than you
agree on 80 to 90%.
Yeah, 90%. There's like 10% difference there of what we believe. But let me see. I think the difference between the big story bad guy and real story bad person. Not saying I'm offended. I just think
no, there is a difference, Dave. And I'm going to let Josh make his point, and then I'm going to share a story that I have. But Josh, please finish making your point.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we make so many assumptions about people that I actually lost the point because I want to read Dave's thing. So I'll bop it over to you, Tim.
No. All I'm going to say is I know that there are game designers that feel like they cannot make games about historical events because they do not want to be canceled. So, alternatively, they make that game, but they do it with orcs and elves and goblins,
aliens
and aliens because it is more palatable. Right. It's sort of like if a movie wants to go PG or PG-13 versus R, they make the bad guys aliens so that the blood is green or purple, and then it doesn't count as blood according to the rating system.
Predator, Badlands. Yeah.
We know if it bleeds, we can kill it.
We can kill it. Yeah. But if it bleeds green, it's not racist. But if it, it's not problematic. So if it
bleeds green, it's not racist.
Yeah.
Real quick to bring this to like a lighter note. This just reminds me of this reel I saw one time where this dad made this kid like a predator costume, like badass, had like the nets, the claw, and the mask. He's like, "Who are you, bud?" He's like, "I am Child Predator." And he's like,
I remember that. Not Child Predator.
I love that one. I am the Child Predator.
Calm down. Chris Hansen pops out.
Chris Hansen. I'm gonna just take a seat.
Yeah. Well, why did the Child Predator come equipped with a 6-pack of Zima and condoms?
Yeah, some Jolly Ranchers.
That's some real weird stuff there. No, but I think there's a fine line. I think if you're going to do a game, though, Josh, I don't disagree with you, but I think if you're going to do a game where you're going to do something like that, it needs to be educational. Like you really
I can't just say like this is for fun. It's like
yeah.
Fun topic. No,
you have
to get the right publisher. Have to get the right designers and consultants.
Well, there's a Stonewall, right? There's a Stonewall game about the in Greenwich Village about the cops raiding that the gay club and like killing a bunch of people. There's I think these things are important because it's another way to understand our history. And just because we have a problematic history does not mean that we're a bad country or we're bad people. It just means that we can grow and evolve and be better people.
Okay. How much time had to pass before Downfall of Pompeii could have been made as a game? Like what year Could that have come out? And been
apparently, 2,000 plus years needed to
I'm
pass.
just saying, like,
But
that's an amazing game that people love, and it's a tragedy that happened.
it is.
Now it's okay.
It is, but I think though that the context, like Downfall of Pompeii, is different. I think if you because that is a natural disaster that you're trying to then deal with. I think if it is something that is intentional and deliberate, I think you need to be way more educational about it. That's I will just put that out there. That's my opinion.
No, I 100% agree with you.
So Dave just summed it up perfectly.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, God
my
bless
gosh.
you, Dave. Oh, I love you, Dave. Oh, Dave.
Can you imagine the pitch for that? Like, you are playing a Nazi Gestapo, but you're hunting for Jewish pedophiles in Auschwitz.
Oh, so it's okay now.
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah. You're like,
I'm so torn. You're gonna kill all those people, but then you're still gonna have to like kill yourself.
But one of them is gonna be a pedophile.
Yeah, but
right.
but is it okay if?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, I think if you're coming from an educational perspective, it's very important to represent those things. Because I will say that I think if you're representing something that has happened in history, and I'll use colonialism as an example, that doesn't make a game bad. You are representing something that happened historically. It's not saying, hey, I'm all about this. You're saying, hey, this happened.
This happened. Yeah.
And I am representing
history out.
I am representing something that happened in history. Axis and Allies example, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing that gets lost with people not getting mad about Axis and Allies, right? In Axis and Allies, the Axis powers are trying to conquer as many territories as they can, but so are the Allies.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're literally doing the same thing that the Axis powers are doing.
I mean, America took Puerto Rico, and they still haven't made it a state. They took it from Spain, and we abused it for its resources. And
listen, Puerto Rico's fine unless they're trying to do the Super Bowl halftime show. Then it's un-American.
That's un-American. We don't even let them vote for president. How crazy is that? They're American territory, but you don't get full rights.
Yeah. Well, hey,
stop getting out politics, Tim. What's your name?
I live in the. Listen, my address is a South Bend. My address is a South Bend address, but I do not get to vote for the mayor because I live in the county, and that is because South Bend. No, that is because areas around South Bend have literally lobbied not to incorporate into the city.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Which is stupid. I should get to vote for who my mayor of my city is.
This is true.
But I
also think that if the state is 40%, one section, 60% another, that their legislation, their representatives in Congress should represent that. But
I literally live less than 5 blocks out of where that line is, and I don't get to vote.
So my number 2.
Let's go.
Yeah, all right, Tim. That's enough. We've gone on for 20 plus minutes.
Now we're talking about actual.
We have. Wait, who threw that? Who threw that one out there? Josh threw that one out there, right? Is it Mike's turn?
No,
that was still my number 2 about people making games.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's your turn, Tim.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh my God.
Like 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
Like my first 3 were like, we kind of got through them real quick, and then I threw out a real one, and it was like,
oh my God, that went nuts. That went nuts. Okay, listen, my apologies, but mad respect because I feel like we had a very important conversation.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing is we don't even all have to agree, but I still love you guys all the same. But number 4, way less political, but super hot. Cult of the New is bullshit. Let me tell you why.
If you can't acknowledge you're in a cult, you're probably in a cult.
Let me tell you why. How many Cult of the New games from Gen Con are we still talking about?
Well, this is a fluke this year because Gen Con was weak sauce.
Hold up. Lightning Train.
Weak sauce.
Who's played Lightning Train?
Well,
I wanted to. It looks good.
Sure.
Still
I
have
haven't heard
one.
anybody talk about it. It
Uh,
was
uh,
crazy.
Josh, guess what? Actually, physically looking at a copy of Lightning Train, it does not look good. Now, maybe the
Now, if you'd gotten it
mechanics,
signed by Martin Wallace,
maybe the mechanics sound good, but that game is ugly as hell.
I like ugly games.
Listen, I appreciate that as an ugly person, Josh. You know, so like
that should be Flavor Aid.
Thank you.
Saying.
Yeah, it's not.
To answer your question, Tim, tag team.
What?
I only know about tag team because of you, Mike, not because it was a Gen Con hot thing.
Right, but I guess what I would say is,
Ace of Spades.
like I said, this past Gen Con was weak sauce.
It
right?
was.
There wasn't a lot of great releases. I feel like a lot of that hype was fake. We actually talked about that in one of our previous episodes.
We did.
Right. But if you look at other like Gen Cons and Kickstarters and whatnot, it's call to the new. Like,
okay, but let me throw something out here real quick. Okay. And I love this person, but he released a better game this year that didn't get near the hype. And that's Ammon Anderson. Gnome Hollow was Cult of the New.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Twinkle Twinkle's better.
It is.
Agree.
And it's not a dig on Ammon. I'm just going on the Cult of the New.
Mm-hmm.
Rock Hard. How many people loved Rock Hard?
Oh my God. Nobody loved Rock Hard. This is another hot take that's not on my list. Nobody liked it. Everyone I says like, oh, this game is so cool because it's made by an actual rock star, but I've never heard someone say it blew their socks off.
Guess who traded it without even popping the shrink?
Tim.
Yeah, and Bob.
Yeah,
it's weak.
And I've got games that I've already played for it.
Remove that theme, and you've got a run-of-the-mill worker placement game.
I'm just gonna say that, like, I have been scooping up some older games, and I think they're amazing, and I'm really loving them. I know everybody's talking about this like Beach Day game, but like, look, Cult of the New. Over it, like, get yourself a good game, and then in like 3
Age
years,
of Atlantis, great game.
Well, but like, all jokes aside, right? Age of Atlantis is like a 3-year-old game when we discovered it.
Well, because I think that would have been around COVID time when it came out, and
Sure.
a lot of the games that came out around then just got overlooked. It's hard to join a cult when you're quarantined at home.
I just played Small World for the first time a couple weeks ago. One of my favorite games I played all year.
Small World's fun.
It's fun. It was great. Like, this is so simple and great.
But like, Inferno was like technically like a slightly older game. Ostia, older game that was already published. Really good.
Inferno was a 2024 release. It just wasn't readily available in the States till this year.
No, that's fair. But I think people go nuts every year for like 3 different games. And then how long after Gen Con do I hear about those games? I have yet to see one post. I have not seen one post of people playing Lightning Train and being like, this was the most amazing game I've ever played. This is my favorite game ever. Like, most
of the best games this year have been crowdfunding fulfillments or straight to retail releases that weren't Gen Con hits.
So I'm just going to say, like, calm down on that freaking hype train. Cult of the New is soft. And that there are games that are already out there that are likely just as good as what you're playing, except for Beach Day. Go late pledge now for $1 million a copy, because that's how much insulin costs.
Oh, Gen Con was still...
My son has diabetes. Buy my game.
I love you, Josh.
Oh, I don't think Steve's gonna like my number 2 then. What he just said. It's like Gen Con was
still a great time.
Yeah, he's not gonna like my number 2.
Wait, who's Steve?
Gathering of Friends was fantastic. The con, lackluster.
Yeah.
So
No.
I'll transition to my number 2 unless you have something else, Tim.
No.
Go ahead.
Please,
Tim's done.
Please do.
So,
please do.
If Gen Con was a watermelon, Tim died.
He leaves his mic on though, so we can hear him peeing when he goes.
Yeah, I gotta go pee.
It's all good. So if Gen Con was a watermelon, we need to get Gallagher in it and destroy it and break it up. I think Gen Con, going off of this, is one of the worst events in the hobby for its prosperity, longevity, and overall vibe. And what's Mike doing?
Mike likes
I'm
to
just
mimic
making
Tim.
fun of Tim.
Okay. So here's why I say that. There's a lot of reasons why you say that. One thing, it's expensive as heck to go to Gen Con. It's super expensive. Yeah. I went there once working, and I was like working for Renegade, and I was there for an entire week at Gen Con, so I got the whole process, and I was honestly horrified. Like, I'm not like an anti-capitalist, frat boy, but like, it was like, oh, this is what people say when they hate capitalism. It's gross, and it was gross in some ways, and then a lot of people like it. But it's always about seeing friends.
Yeah,
I think it'd be a lot more healthy if the hobby, instead of one giant gathering that happens in Indiana, we had 3 or 4 more Origins, BGG cons, packs, and plugs.
Yeah.
I mean, does that mean what about the games that come out just at Gen Con? It's like, okay, it's expensive to get into Gen Con. Any game or publisher that gets into Gen Con is going to have some way to get their game to you from your home or to another convention. I just like, this is like probably my most mild take, but like, I just think the hobby would be better off if we were just not in this, like Gen Con is Mecca, and we all need to go worship towards it. Everything in the hobby points towards Gen Con as being this thing. Like, I just don't care. Like, this is me. I don't care about it. Yeah. Like even like with Beach Day, before when my life happened, I never had a plan to ever go to Gen Con. And I told my brother, like, there's just no reason. We're going to get drowned out. Maybe we'll sell out, but I'd rather go to a PAX Unplugged or an Origins and actually be able to talk to people instead of being like, at the Japanese fish market, being like, who wants this feet pics and stuff like that. So throwing sand everywhere.
So I live in Indiana. Gen Con's pretty much in our backyard. I never, like, after seeing like the videos and all the craziness, I was like, I do not want to go to that. I had been to Origins. I had been to Geekway multiple times. I had been to a bunch of other conventions before ever going to Gen Con. I only went to Gen Con because BGR was going and I kind of had to go. It was all like paid for. So fortunately, so I didn't have to, worry about any of that. But I agree. I think it would be nicer to have more smaller conventions instead of this one big, like, worship of capitalism. Look at this. It's literally, Gen Con is for buying games, right? Origins is for hanging out with friends. Going to like Geekway to the West is for going and playing games and hanging out. Grand Con, we went to that. That was about going there and hanging out and playing games. And I would much rather do that. But I really, the unfortunate thing is, one of the nice things about Gen Con is you do get a lot more of the people who live further away. They take that opportunity to come in, right? So it's like, I'm not typically going to see Evan at a smaller convention. I'm not going to see my friends from Captain Games from France coming over here for smaller conventions. They're only going to come because financially it only makes sense if they can get there to, sell their games and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, it would be nice, but then again, you also run into the problem with, like, how many vacation days do I get? How many other small conventions can I actually make it to? Apart from just going to one bigger convention where there's going to be more people I get an opportunity to see. So it's tough.
That's the strongest point Gen Con has. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I find myself every year buying less and less games at Gen Con. And it wasn't just because it was a lackluster release con this year for other reasons. I'm just not I don't like to be overwhelmed with this force for consumerism. I don't really like to just blow a bunch of money on stuff I may never touch. And like, I sort of get grossed out by like people that have to show their gigantic Gen Con halls. And it's like, yay, how many of those are you going to play?
Yeah.
And Andrew has a point here as far as designers go. I get that, but I think that Andrew's a lot more successful designer a lot better designer than I will ever be, and a networking machine. But like, I mean, just for the common gamer, I mean, I just feel, you probably didn't hear what I said, Tim, did you? As far as what
No, I was listening. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
you're good.
What do you think, Tim?
It's great for networking for 100%. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, that's the rub. I think Gen Con is great for networking. I love Gen Con because I get to see people that I don't always get to see.
Yeah.
Similar to Origins. Like Bob said, it's harder to hang out with people at Gen Con because it is a different kind of convention.
Business.
It is a business convention. Some of my favorite memories are from Gen Con. Whether I was involved in the hobby as a content creator or not. Like we did our wine taste, or no, not our wine tasting, our bourbon tasting with Andrew at a Gen Con. We got to walk around as a show at Gen Con. We got to interview people in our booth at Gen Con. It was amazing. That was so good. But I am also way over posting my. These are all the things I collected at Gen Con. These are all the things I bought.
I think that one of the things that goes with that is that Gen Con is trying to mix business with pleasure. And I don't think it works as well. I'd rather see, like, we're talking about international publishers coming to Gen Con. I'd rather see them at a Gamma and have the people who want to do business, media designers, let's all just go to Louisville, which is it's going to be in Baltimore in a couple years. Let's all fly into Baltimore. This is the weekend where we get business done. We have those interviews. We see these upcoming games. And it's just hyper focused on that. And from what I understand, Gamma still feels like a hangout. But the problem with Gen Con is that mixed in between that, you have the nematodes from SpongeBob coming in trying to get all the games and stuff like that. So it's
it is what it is. It's a necessary evil. I have found ways to enjoy Gen Con more, but it's taken a while because I think you have to go into Gen Con with a purpose and you really have to know what you want and what you're looking for. Origins is way easier to navigate. It's looser. There's not that commitment. Now I haven't been to PAX. I would love to go to PAX and be able to give my opinion on that. But I can tell you at Origins, I tend to play more games than I do at Gen Con. And that's because I've got more time to spend with other people. This year at Gen Con, I made a point to spend a lot of time with people and play games, but I had to be very deliberate about that. And I had to also miss out on some other opportunities because I was doing that. I don't necessarily regret that because I think that, the universe works out, but I spent a lot of time with like Brandon and Saki, that are from Georgia, from Atlanta, guys that watch the show, friends of the show, and do that stuff. But I also got to meet some other dudes, right? Like Steve, and things like that. And we got to play some games with people that I wouldn't have played games with because of Gen Con. We got invited to some media events at Gen Con that we got to participate in that were great. So I'm not going to like poo-poo Gen Con because it's super important. But it is definitely what you put into it. And I think Jeremy Howard, bring it back to Jeremy real quick. He put out a thing today on Facebook that's like, you need to know what your mission statement is as a channel. If you're a reviewer, what is your mission statement? And I don't know that we have a mission statement that we've written out, but I feel like our mission statement has come naturally to us. We try to be really honest and we have a diverse perspective on games. But I will say that like what I have had to learn that when I go into a convention, what is my goal? What am I trying to accomplish when I go into that convention? And I think before I was very willy-nilly, and even previous Gen Cons, I was very much like network. And this year I was way more, you know what? I'm going to enjoy my Gen Con. I want to play games and I want to network, but I want to do it in a way that's not detrimental to either side. So, I mean, and yeah, Evan, be excellent to each other. Party on,
Yep.
dude. Hell yeah.
Amen. All right.
That's what's up. Sorry, Josh. You asked me a question. That's your fault.
I gotta go back up a little bit for a couple comments here. This has been loading. Geez, this was a half hour ago. Good God. They saw
Josh
my
is still muted, by
smirk.
the way.
What did Mike do? Well, I just
sorry.
found like Tim's, support of cocaine and cocaine trafficking very, very hypocritical for somebody whose game
Oh shit!
has
Here we
Timspan
go.
Legacy, the Central American Fishing Boat Edition.
Who plays,
And I just,
who plays the person that flies the
Too
drone?
soon, Mike. Too soon.
I
Mike
just,
Jones.
and then the piggyback on that, like I just want to give a nod to Matthew Ryan from Envy Board Games. It's refreshing. I can't. Oh my gosh, I hate Facebook for auto refreshing. I'm not going to let it just show you what's at the top of my feed because who knows what that's going to be. Let me pull this page specifically. That's a fail again. Matthew Ryan from Envy Born Games
Oh yeah.
loading up all these packages of
Yeah.
Coke, aka
Clearly.
Hercules
Clearly.
in the 12 labors.
Yeah,
Also,
Hercules was his 12 labors was cocaine, 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 cocaine,
Yeah.
cocaine,
And
cocaine. Cleaning stables, cocaine, cocaine,
Yeah.
cocaine,
The
cocaine.
Reverend Horton Heat's got a song about that.
Yeah.
Mhm. And Eric
hell
Clapton.
yeah.
and the 12 labors of loading up those Coke packages onto those Central American fishing boats. Okay.
Mike,
Back
real quick.
to
Wow, Tim, your audio sucks.
it's terrible.
To my AirPods so I can charge my iPad real quick. Mike, I gotta say this really fast. I always say that I do not want to be the smartest guy in the room. Because I need
You're
to
not.
be around people better than me. Yeah, thank you, Bob. But I really hate it when somebody's being funnier than me and Mike is crushing it tonight. It's driving me crazy. You're doing great. Stop it immediately. Good job.
We'll
sir.
wait to see. We'll wait to see what other takes you guys come up with, and the Photoshop will continue. All right. So, yeah, there you go. Check your bingo card for that one.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So my number 2 here. I just feel like not enough content creators and podcasters have like truly embraced the potential of their channels, especially when it comes to naming their channels. Like let's just take a classic game like Battleship, for example. This is a game we all remember from our childhood, has been around for decades, but yet I don't see any channels with a pun about carriers, like putting the board game industry on our back and carrying it home, or the board game Battleship. We go to war for our favorite hobby, or the tabletop Destroyer, putting our favorite hobby on the chopping block and destroying what remains, or maybe like the tabletop Submarine, taking a deep dive into why we love games. Why did nobody ever come up with that? Like, that just seems like such a perfect thing to call your channel. Like,
Yeah.
how come nobody's
There
done
should be
that?
more warships in podcasts.
Yeah. No, oh, son of a bitch.
It's the right one this time. Woohoo!
Hey, got it right.
Hey,
this
got it right.
time. We did
There is
it.
one. Damn it. That is a nuclear take on my behalf. So
I will
would
say,
just like
Mike,
to apologize.
Board Game Battleship
What's
is
that
a pretty
pandering?
baller name for a channel. I will say that.
Board game
Pandering.
Battleship is pretty good. I felt pretty nice
Put
about that one when I
pandering.
wrote it
You
down.
better put that pandering in.
Yeah,
There it
there
is.
you go.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
so-
There are lots of boring names out there.
Yeah,
I'll say that. Like if your channel uses Meeple and it hasn't been around for 10 plus 15 years, I probably won't remember it. Like,
yeah, I know. Like, how boring is
Don't
just
use
like
Meeple.
oh, the rundown, and then just have your meeple running. Like, come on, so generic.
yeah, whoever came up with that idea sucks. I'm just
Yeah, idiots.
No, I completely agree.
Bye, Evan.
Bye,
Thanks for
Evan.
stopping in.
Hi, Evan.
All right. That was my lame number 2 there. My less serious one. But we are going to go full
Worst
nuclear.
number 2 ever. I've heard so many
I had
better,
a better
number
number 2
twos.
earlier in the bathroom.
In a gold
Oh,
toilet.
wow. I know. Say when I heard Tim's number 2 through his mic.
Hey, yo. Fair.
Ew.
Totally
Yeah.
fair.
All right, let's go nuclear. It's time for our number 1 hot take.
Oh, dude. I don't know. I love Flip 7. I
I
gotta
still
push.
play Flip 7 and I still play Scout. Cat in the Box I do not play.
Same.
All right. My number 1. I don't know if it's my Gen X upbringing or what, but there's a statement or a phrase, as one might put it, a saying that's stuck with me. For a long time. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happens when you get offended? Nothing. You know?
Oh, Bob, are we all gonna have the same number 1?
we might. I like I said, I was picked on so much in high school,
Same.
right? For a ton of reasons that are now apparently cool, but
Mostly because
That's
you're
beyond the
too
point.
sexy. That was it.
it's too sexy.
No, too sexy.
But you know, one of the things that I was constantly told, you know, and I heard the phrase over and over again. It's like, look, sticks and stones, right? Those are just words. Words aren't going to do anything to you.
Words
right?
are wind.
Yeah, you know,
Quote
like,
Game of Thrones.
Now I'm always going to, you know, to fight for people, to fight for their rights, to be who they are, to do, you know, to be recognized as people. But like, if somebody says something you don't agree with, so, you know, and I feel like there's just so much toxicity sometimes. Like, it's supposed to be a very welcoming community. And we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier with my number 2. Whereas if you feel like you don't agree with somebody 100%, you need to, you know, to cancel them, and you need to, you know, and I'm just talking about board game, you know, designers. I'm just talking about people in general. You know, like one of my best friends that I've known for 20 something years. Like, we are complete opposite ends of the spectrum on a lot of things. But we can sit at a table and play games and enjoy it, and just enjoy games for games, you know, because we both enjoy games. And we don't have to talk about all the other stuff. We don't have to be at each other's throats. Now, him and I, because of like my nature, I'm able to have discussions with him on some of his beliefs, but I've seen him talk to other people about things that he believes in, and it gets ugly fast. And I just feel like people are so quick to jump on social media, and they're so quick to try to, you know, you want to be the first one to call somebody out. You know, you want to be the one, you know, to get on your soapbox or your, you know, virtual signal to other people. And it's just like, let's just play some games. You know, like, I want to get together and I want to crush you figuratively on the table, you know, and leave it at that, you know. And I just want to get back to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll go even a step farther than that. Like, people can attack the core of who you are, and you should be able to shake it off in some ways. Doesn't mean to interact with that person. Like, there's people
You
who
don't have to hang
attack.
out with them.
Yeah, I don't have to, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna like want their life ruined. I
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't like so. I'll give an example of that. So as I said before, I'm a Mormon. That's my religious belief. I'm not going to go into anything beyond that. But like, here's the thing though: by other Christians, we get demolished constantly by people. We are attacked for every little thing. When that thing in Michigan happened recently at the meeting, the chapel there, people were happy.
Yeah, Josh,
because
we still want to know why you did that.
Yeah, I got away with it. That's the thing.
Oh, thank God.
But no, it's I'm grateful for my upbringing is that I have been attacked not only by, mostly by other Christians about what I believe, like to the essence, like they tell me I don't what I believe doesn't I don't belong with them because of what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been good for me because I can be okay with people people attacking the core of who I am. And I understand that, they don't understand. That's okay. I've found more comfort sometimes with like people who aren't religious because they're more accepting than them. And, it's one of those things where like, okay, I can have empathy now with people who probably have lived very different lives with me, people who believe something to their core about themselves that I may not agree with, but I have empathy towards that. And if we disagree, that's okay. Because we don't need to hang out. That's okay. But I want all the best for you and success. I want you to succeed in your life. I want you to be happy. And let's play a game of Small World together.
No, you're a bad person for wanting me to be happy because you do not believe the same thing I believe, Josh.
Yeah.
I don't care what your end goal is. You're a monster. Let's burn.
And you need Jesus, Tim.
And,
yeah.
So real quick,
well,
so probably
probably.
Number one, I want to butt in and say like so many of these differences that people hold so vehemently. That's the word I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
These kind of fights have been happening for centuries, right? Like you look at the UK when it was the Irish, the Protestants versus the Catholics, right? And they were fighting, and now they get along, like for the most part.
Troubles.
Yeah,
that's what
banish the snakes.
That's the troubles.
What?
No, that's what they called it. It was the troubles.
Oh, okay, but still, I mean, like and now you have a lot of like I don't want to get too much into other religions and whatnot, but still, like like people want to put like like Muslims against somebody or like the Jewish people against somebody, and it's like, look, like, we're all just people. People have different beliefs. It's like it shouldn't have to result to violence and to canceling other people. Let's all just freaking get along. It drives me.
It should be beautiful, and for some reason, and it's actually prevalent in board games, which is really sad. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know why. But yes, please continue.
Oh, tell me why. Like, tell me why.
No, I'll get to it when I get to my number one.
Okay, but yeah, like it's not like there are other hobbies that I'm in that I enjoy where this isn't a problem. But in board games,
come up.
Yeah, like in board games, it's a problem. So
it's a problem. It's a problem, Josh.
Yep,
it's a real problem.
So,
it's too bad.
Yep, that's my number one. Like I just. You get online, you see a lot of toxicity on there, it's like, let's just let people be people and let's make it about the board games again, because that's what it's supposed to be about.
Let people have their crazy beliefs. Like I understand from an outside perspective what I believe is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with other people's crazy stuff.
But let's
celebrate our crazy.
See my number 3. Josh is one of like the nicest people that I've ever met.
100%. 100%. And he can wear magic underwear and we're fine with that because we love him. And that's his underwear. It's not my underwear.
And it's not my responsibility to say that you can't call it that because that's offensive. Like I don't need to go on the internet.
No.
Like if me and Tim want to have an actual conversation about what the magic underwear is, sure. But I'm not going to shove that down Tim's throat because it's important.
That's me being a smartass and being very dismissive of of something, whatever.
And that's
but it doesn't matter.
I grew up with that ribbing.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I can take it and still love you, Tim.
But here's the thing, Josh, is you also, because we have a relationship, you know where I'm coming from if I give you that ribbing,
right?
Versus
you know
whether I'm
from a
coming
place of
from a
malice.
space of hate or malice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Am I acting out of malice, or am I just being a jackass and trying to be funny? Like, there's a difference.
Trying.
That's why I said jackass and not actually.
And that's why we need to seek understanding of other people.
100%.
We start typing on our keyboards.
Yes. So, is it my turn for my number one?
Go ahead, Tim. Yeah. Number one.
My number one is the virtue signaling in the board game hobby. Because here's the thing. Josh and I have different religious beliefs. Bob and I have different religious beliefs. And I won't speak to Mike's because we haven't had that conversation. But guess what? I love this dude and I love that dude. And I respect both of them because I know at their core, they are amazing people. Even if I want to hate Josh for random reasons, and I want to hate Bob because he wins a lot of board games, doesn't matter. We can have different beliefs. We can have different systems, different politics, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to get on Facebook and say, I will never review a game that does AI art, flat out. Because guess what? I don't know the context for why that person used AI art. Is this a solo independent person that has as much money as I do and cannot afford to pay an artist? So I tried to create, I know that this game that I put together is really good, but I cannot afford to pay an artist and I don't have the means to pitch it to a big company, or maybe a big company didn't decide to sign it. And so now they will not pay for the artist. So I'm going to just try to get this thing published. I'm not saying that makes AI art like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to die on that hill, whatever. There's so many gray areas. I'm just saying that I am not comfortable being so sanctimonious about something that I'm going to tell you what you can think. I'm going to tell you what you can think. And I'm going to tell you what you can think. I'm going to have my own beliefs. And when I pitch my opinion, I will talk about my opinion and I will explain why I have the opinion I have. But that does not necessarily make my opinion right universally. It does not make my opinion what Bob's opinion should be, or what Mike's opinion should be, or what Josh's opinion should be. I'm going to tell you my opinion based on my context, my background, and all the gray area and all the trauma and positivity and whatever else you're going to throw into that mix. I'm going to spew that out based on my life experiences. But that doesn't define what you guys are allowed to feel or speak about. And I feel like the virtue signaling in the hobby is the new way of gatekeeping and justifying it, right? Because the old form of gatekeeping was, oh, Mike, you like Monopoly. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob loves Candyland. Bob's only ever played Clue or Scrabble. Well, you don't really have an opinion on games, so let me tell you about games. No, that's bullshit, right? He's coming at games from his perspective. Mike's coming at games from his perspective, and I'm coming at games from my perspective, right? So when we talk about, like, Jeremy Howard posted that thing on Facebook today about, like, what's your mission statement? Our mission statement is Board Game Rundown is we all come to games and to this hobby, bringing our own opinions and our perspectives based on our life experiences and based on everything else that we believe in, just like Josh does, right? I know so many Latter-day Saint people that behave way more Christian-like than maybe people that proclaim to be Christians and Latter-day Saints aren't, because of their opinions, and so I know so many people from different areas and different beliefs and different perspectives that are way more accepting and way more understanding and way more interested in just understanding all of the gray areas in the context. To just blanket go, I'm not going to review a game because it has AI art. Okay, that's your opinion and that's your right. I do not have a problem with that. That's your choice. Stand on that hill and own it. If we've got a game, if Josh made a game and he's like, look, dude, I made this game. I really think it's really good. I couldn't get it signed. Nobody was listening. I did AI art because I couldn't pay Ammon to do the art, or I couldn't pay person X to do the art, but I made this game. Our responsibility, in my opinion, as reviewers, is to say, hey, this game has AI art. Take from that what you will. But the game design, we feel X and Y about. When we played this game, we had a good time, we had a bad time, and these are the reasons why. But to dismiss it immediately for one reason or another, let's just say Josh's politics don't align with mine. To just say, well, I'm not going to talk about any of Josh's games because he is a Latter-day Saint. Well, that's a stupid reason to close yourself off from Beach Day. Like, look at the box art from Beach Day and look at that ugly ass foot and then use that as the reason to say, I don't want to review Beach Day. Say, I don't like games about sand. I mean, find some other dumbass reason not to review Beach Day. To me, that's on the same level. You know, that's my point. That's my point. Getting on your high horse and virtue signaling about that is just asinine. You can have your stance. And I say, have your stance, have your principles. I feel like Bob and Mike and I won't speak for Josh, we're all very principled people. Josh obviously is. I love you so much. No, but we all have our principles, and I feel like that's our duty to talk about that when we talk about things publicly. You know, but to disregard something just because of X or Y is asinine. I think you need to be accepting and you need to open yourself to the opportunity. To things because you don't know what's going to happen. You do not know what's going to happen when you put yourself in that situation. And empathy is key. You need to look at why. What's the why? Why is this happening? Why did they use AI? Did Simon use AI because they're trying to save money? Because they spent all the money on Eric Lang or somebody else to design their game? Well, maybe that's a problem. Did somebody use AI because it's a tool? Or did somebody wrongly get accused of using AI and now you're going to boycott their game without even doing any research? That's also jackassery as far as I'm concerned. I'm just saying, like,
did Awakened Realms make millions of dollars on a found game and still use AI art?
Yes.
Only on every game they've published over the last year.
So I'm not saying there's too many gray areas, right? So get off your damn high horse and actually look at it piece by piece and situationally by situation, right? Yeah. We say this all the time, and Bob, you may have heard Jason say this at work. Our occupation is a series of one-offs. I need to look at Josh's game as a one-off. I need to look at Mike's game as a one-off. I need to look at Andrew Stiles' game as a one-off. I need to look at it as itself and what it is by itself in its own universe. And then once you understand that, you can expand it and compare it to everything else going on in that bubble. So to just, without ever playing Beach Day, to go, it sucks. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to poke at Josh. But guess what? When you actually play Beach Day and it's fun, then you've got to walk that shit back. So maybe play the game first and have an understanding of it. And then if you play it and you go, this game sucks because it's this, and it sucks because it has sand, then that's fine. You've at least got something to stand on. But to dismiss it out of hand without even trying it, like that's virtue signaling BS. Try it out and you go, look, because if I try this game and its art has AI and I go, this game was really good, but I hated the art because it was AI, I think that's a valid criticism. And I think if I played, I mean, let's talk about Wonderland's War, right? A game you guys love. And that might be a game that I love, but I hated the art. That's fine.
I don't like the art, you just don't like the pointy chins.
I don't have to like the presentation of the game, but I thought the mechanics were really freaking good. But don't give me this BS. Just don't get on the high horse. Don't just, well, I'll never look at that because of this. You are cheating yourself and you are cheating the people that pay attention to your opinion. That's all. That's my hot take. That's the hottest take. Also, Beach Day, despite me saying that it sucks, is actually fun and everybody should look at it.
I will never review a game made by someone who worships Ra. Just saying.
Oh, interesting.
Ever. Yep. So keep your Egyptian to yourself.
I found your take.
I don't know how to respond to that. I haven't met an Egyptian pagan yet. I'll be honest.
Let's go. There's one out there.
This has got to be somewhere.
Yeah,
there's one out there.
I mean, they're so.
Tim, I found your opinion there very hypocritical, especially for somebody that now has
Here it
a
comes.
social justice warrior edition of their new game, Timspan Legacy, now with pointy chins.
You guys, I want everybody to soak this in. Because this is Mike's last episode before he got kicked off of Board Game Rundown.
It's Mike's farewell show.
For no particular reason.
I gotta go out with a bang.
Oh,
right.
Shoot. Mike, you have outdone yourself
my
tonight.
sex tape.
Here's what happens. I take 2 weeks off. I miss 2 weeks of the live show. This is what Mike does. This is out of control.
Tim, I am the captain now.
No doubt. Let me just say, game respects game. Game respects game. This is badass.
All right, we're after 11. What you got?
Oh,
Josh,
my goodness
do it.
gracious.
Yeah, I'm changing jobs. I don't care what happens at work tomorrow.
I know you don't. Tim,
Yeah.
I think I heard the phrase. I think Tim's already checked out.
Hey-o.
I think this goes along with everything we've been saying, and it might have bleed in a little bit to other people's topics, which I think we just kind of all have the same mind. I think the to kind of bastardize the language, I think that the board game space needs to become unsafer, because I hate the word safe space, because what that means is that there's no opinions.
Right.
To be allowed. We've already covered all this, so we can just hop right over. But I really need to recognize that this is not it's okay to have uncomfortable conversations.
Josh, yes.
And board
Everything
games.
you're saying, yes, please.
Yeah. So when people say a board games is a safe space, we don't bring politics in. It's no, that's the safe space idea is ruining the hobby. It should be hey, no, bring your opinions with you. Doesn't mean we need to talk about it. That's fine. We can just play a game, but just understand that it's okay. People have opinions that are different.
Yeah.
And that, there's probably a Nazi out there, just the people I know whom none of us agree with, who likes board games. There's probably a Nazi there who likes Small World like I do. I don't agree with that person's ideology whatsoever. I think their ideology is horrible. But, they're allowed to go to Gen Con. They're allowed to. It's fine.
You know what? Josh, they are.
Yeah.
Now, should they feel comfortable? Should a person feel comfortable in our space being racist or, a bigot? Probably not.
Safe words are very important.
But I do think, though, that people of different beliefs, creeds, and colors should all be accepted. And if you're going to say that, right? If you're going to say trans people, gays, minorities, anything like that, if you're going to say they're accepted, you need to accept everyone.
Yeah.
As soon as we start accepting everybody for as people, the sooner we all start getting along more.
And the sooner we start accepting everybody, the sooner bad ideas die.
Yeah, because
people don't want to accept that, but like the reason that lots of bad ideas die is because they're accepted in these places, their ideas are challenged and they fold.
Yeah. You are correct.
You don't kill mold by leaving it alone.
No, you put it by shining light on it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, right. Because here's the thing is like Nazis, let's just use that term, right? Nazis don't come into the hobby and like get into these groups and then are exposed to all these other opinions and then flourish. You know what I mean? They either realize the error of their ways, or they remove themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you think about it, not to bring it back to politics more, but like, a lot of conservatives were very against gay marriage and things like that. And it wasn't until somebody close to them, somebody they knew that was gay, and they're like, oh, they're people too, and they should have these rights. So by including people into these, into our table, they start to recognize people as people, and they're like, oh, I've been told that, people who are on the left, who might vote for like a Bernie Sanders are, idiots or communists or, whatever, but they're actually just normal people who like to play games too, and that's how you kill hatred, by accepting everybody. So.
Yeah, I don't care that Josh is LDS. I love him anyways. in spite of that.
In spite of that, yes.
Yeah, I hate the sin, not the sinner.
Yes.
Is that how that works?
That's
right.
exactly how
I think that's how that's
but if you visit Hogwarts, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
Some people would say that.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
so
we do.
I got
so I really enjoy playing games with, and I saw them post that if they saw or heard anybody that they know play the Hogwarts Legacy game, they were going to immediately unfriend them. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't like grow up with the Harry Potter books, but I really enjoy them. And yeah, the author, I can't remember her name now. She's
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling, like says some terrible shit. Yeah. But, me playing this game is not an endorsement of her beliefs.
Well, because that's the thing.
So much bigger than J.K. Rowling at this point.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
I laughed at so many episodes of The Cosby Show. Not saying I want to like drug and,
Right. But that being said, I don't drink at Tim's house.
And look at Lovecraft. For instance, look at Lovecraft. I think Lovecraft is the ultimate example.
Oh, yeah.
No, Josh,
he was a bad person even by like racist standards. He was like racist. Called him racist.
Bad.
Most of the
father of cosmic horror.
Yeah, but a lot of that was based on his xenophobia,
which is interesting. That's a whole other topic I love going into about talking about how his fears of the unknown of other people fed into his art.
Yes.
So now, like things like Stranger Things, things like, even things like Severance are all coming off of cosmic horror.
Yes. No, Josh, you're right. And it's complicated, but that's the thing is it's not a binary yes or no thing. Yeah. And you have to like take people at their time and you have to appreciate and understand the context, whether that is historical books or board games, and like what you're doing with things. It's super important. It's super important to know. Like we know when Josh makes his concentration camp game that he is very much geared towards his hatred of a specific type of person That's where he's coming from. So maybe you shouldn't enjoy that game versus someone trying to educate you. So, context is important.
Yes. Well, that's
Love you,
my
buddy.
number. I love you too. And I'll make
Number
it clear,
one?
I don't like Nazis. That was my number one. Go to my
Number one, I don't like Nazi.
Not
Unfortunately, a hot take these days.
I mean, yeah.
Not far.
Up to you, Mike.
Follow that.
Well, basically, like all of our number ones have been the same. And my original number one was like a nuclear version of what we have already said.
Yep.
That I dumbed down to a point where like it's not anything you guys haven't said.
Well, what's the nuclear statement?
So, well, I'll start with kind of my synopsis and decide how nuclear this thing needs to get and whether I need to pull the plug on it. But it's playing board games should just be about playing board games.
Yep.
There's been an increasing number of people in the hobby who have weaponized their social media account. You are different than me. I don't care if you absorb my content. You are different than me. You have a different opinion than me. And therefore, I don't want you to buy my games. I don't want you to watch my content anymore. And it's just kind of like extremely hypocritical because aren't we surrounded by people that want the hobby to be more inclusive? But yet we don't want to
Unless you
include
disagree.
certain people?
Yeah.
Just I don't get that. I don't get that. And so like I just feel like these game groups should be about board games. Like the other crap I don't give a shit about. That's why I'm in a board game group. I've got other groups to talk about those things with. If you're at my house to play board games, let's play board games. And then if you want to talk about other shit, let's do something else, not in between board games. Like I'm just here to play games. That's why I invited you over to play games. That's why I joined your group, because we were here to play games. And you're also not really the people I signed up for to hear about your opinions on those things. Now, if you happen to be in one of those other groups that are created for those opinions, share them. But like, just because I have a different opinion than you, like I can't absorb your content or listen to your conversation. That's childish, in my
Don't you
opinion.
dare disagree.
So Mike, I will pitch this to you. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Uh-huh.
Here's Tim advocating for the devil. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, you're welcome.
While a Mormon is here, you bastard.
Yeah.
That's right.
Please, Josh, be prepared.
Well, I
to sit
guess
judge-
that answers that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I want. So, Mike, and I'm asking this as a scientific question
For science.
more than anything else. So, when somebody tells a basketball player, "Shut up and dribble," you play basketball, you're not allowed to have an opinion on politics, because that's what "shut up and dribble" means when they say that.
Means stop using your platform to give an opinion and shut up and dribble.
Thank you, Bob.
I agree with those players' ability to express their First Amendment right and say whatever they want to say. But I also don't care, because I watch them to watch their ability on the court, the field, or whatever it may be. So like,
No,
I truly separate. Like, I follow you because I like watching you play the sport, not because I really care about your opinion, but I don't have any problem with you expressing that opinion. Go on.
No, that's all I was asking, because that is an important thing to note. With
I just find that like when there are spaces created for niche hobbies and interests, like just keep those topics in those spaces. I've got other spaces. If I want to hear about politics, I'll go to a I'm in a lot of like interest groups in Facebook that are all completely different things. And those are the groups I go to hear about those opinions. I don't go into a whiskey group to hear about their opinions on politics or sports cars. I would go to a politics group or a sports car group for that. So
now I will say, as a sports fan, I think there are times where athletes or people with that platform are entitled, whether I agree with them or not, are entitled to use that platform to espouse their beliefs because they have that position. I'll use like Muhammad Ali as an example, right? You know, Ali got banned from boxing because he was anti-Vietnam War, you know, and things like that. Yeah. Whether you agree with those things or not, I think that sometimes if they're inclined, they have the right and the ability to use that platform. I don't have to agree with them. But I also do not like it when it feels like it's just virtue signaling, because to me that rings hollow. If Josh says, I like this game or I support this game, XYZ, blah, 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 great. But if it rings hollow to me, I'm going to sniff that out as a consumer, and I'm going to immediately start to dismiss everything else he says because it does not ring true to what he's saying.
I think a good way to boil this down with what you guys are saying is that I don't think board games are a proper tool to evangelize and proselytize your own personal beliefs. They are a great tool. It's just not. Like, you can have beliefs. You yourself can have beliefs. You can share them. But board games are a terrible conduit for those things. Like, if it's like, I'm not going to go ahead and create, the Book of Mormon board game.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, Tim, play this because I want you to be baptized.
I'm Joseph Smith, and I need to go out and find the plates that that the scripture was.
It's not. They're not great tools for that. And even worse, that's a very charged example, but like even worse if if I say votes for woman, it's like I'm not. You can't. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, you just can't use board games. I think to try to change people's. You shouldn't force a board game to try to change someone's belief.
I think board games are a great opportunity and a conduit to educate people on things that are happening or have happened.
Yeah.
If you want a game that I do not love because of my own personal experiences with it, but if you want to take a game like Commissioned, where it's about like the proselytization, right? And the spreading of Christianity. That represents a thing that happened during this period of time. If you want to take Age of Empires, which is a game that Bob and I love, right? And you want to use that to teach about the colonization of the Americas. Now, I know colonization is technically a bad word, and whatever, but it's what happened. You can't change that just because you don't like what happened. If you want to do Black Orchestra, to actually educate people that there were Germans that were trying to kill Hitler during, World War II. I think that's great. I think that those things are important. If you want to do a campaign trail 2009 and you want to use that to represent political tactics that were used by Obama and McCain as they're running against each other, awesome. Great ways.
Yeah, it's education, it's education. And that's good. That's
not conversion.
Yeah, not conversion. There you go. It's education, not conversion.
Yeah.
I love learning about people's beliefs and differences of opinion.
Same.
And I love inviting people to learn more about my opinions.
Same.
That's great. But it's when LDS people get accused of this all the time. When you shove it down their throat, no, it should be more like, hey, knock on the door. You want to learn more about this? No? Okay, move on. Hey, you want to play a board game with me, though? Great.
Josh, I'm really offended you've never tried to convert me. And I know several other LDS people that I'm very good friends with that have never tried to convert me. So that means one of two things.
They don't want you.
Not a dick, or I'm not worth converting.
They don't want you.
I'm going towards not worth converting.
Not worth
everybody that I've ever met from that religion is a total turd because I'm not worth converting.
Sometimes we have to dust the stuff of our feet, and as the Bible says, we need to wipe the dust off our shoes.
Yeah. I love it.
I would have to agree. Tim is not worthy of converting, and I think it's 100% relatable to his super horny devil's advocate edition of Timspan Legacy.
Oh,
yeah,
great place to end it.
Oh, it's a great place. It's a great place to end it. Holy shit! Well done, Mike. God damn it! I hate to give you props, dude. Despite
really
the early flubs,
though.
Despite the early flubs, you really stuck the landing.
It's you gotta stick to the mission at times.
But so here's the other thing though, and I will just say this about our show right now in the mission statement of our show. This is a safe place where we can have different opinions. We can talk about things. I know, right?
Wasn't listening.
Disgusting. This is a place where we can all have different opinions. We can talk about stuff, but we know where we're coming from. I appreciate where everybody's coming from, and
our definition of safe space differs from other people's. A lot of people think safe space. They think that means I'm not going to have to hear anything that makes me uncomfortable,
right?
And it's like, no. Look, safe space means you can express yourself.
Yes.
And it's okay.
Yes. Because here's the thing: is I know Josh is a monster for way different reasons than the things he said tonight. He's a devil just for being a Mormon right out the gate, right? So like everything else you could disregard.
Depending on who you ask, that's true.
Yeah, well, sadly, Josh, yes. But no, I mean, that's why I love you guys. We can have a good time. We can talk. We can still respect each other. And, but we can also be really honest about the hobby and with each other. And guess what? If I got a problem with Bob or Mike or even Josh, I bring it to you. I go, hey, I don't like this. I know we have had uncomfortable conversations because it's like, no, I disagree. I think you're wrong because of this. And I think this is a problem. But somehow we're still all able to be friends because I think we're all at our cores still wanting to be good people and trying to put good into the universe. So try to just see past those surface level disagreements and realize, hey, we're all just people.
Tim, I think that was a great way to kind of summarize our channel mission and what we're all about. And I think it's very fitting coming from somebody responsible for Tiny Epic Timspan, the safe space fuck around and find out edition.
Tiny Epic.
Tiny Epic.
I mean, he spent a whole lot in a small package.
Oh my God.
Tiny Epic Timspan.
Oh my God. What people are not going to realize. Here's the shame, Mike. Here's the shame. People are not going to realize how goddamn funny you are with all of these that you have put up all night, dude. You've been fucking nailing it. Great job. I hate it. I hate it. I hate how good you've been tonight. You are on the money. You're on the money. Josh, thanks for coming on and doing the hot takes with us. I know publicly I put out that I hate you and I love to like spar with you, but that just means I love you. You know, I do. You're an awesome dude. You're an awesome dude. And I, other than all the things I hate about you, I just wish the best for you. So that's like 1% of
just
everything.
know that I'm voting to help bring insulin prices down.
Thank you.
I'm raising them. I want that tax money.
You got to pump those numbers. Yeah.
Jack them up.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers. You got to beef those up.
Jack them up. Jack them up. There's people in need.
Specifically, bring insulin prices down. Just raise the price of pediatric insulin.
Yeah. Yeah, because come on. Those kids, they got parents.
What did they contribute to society?
Nothing yet.
They should just take better care in the decisions they're making.
Nothing yet. Why did I want to know why people like Josh and his wife chose for their child to have diabetes? That's their fault.
I ask myself every day, it's like, what did I do wrong during this process to make my child have diabetes?
Yeah.
It probably comes down to food dyes. It's probably what it is. So
well, how much Tylenol did you take?
My brain worm tells me
to make me autistic. I mean,
no doubt, dude. No doubt. I love that you guys have a sense of humor. I really do. And Josh, thank you again for coming on and doing this and being you, because that's the thing. I know Mike and Bob and I are going to come on and we're going to be us every week. We're going to do that. But to have you come on, do your hot takes and be you, I love you for that, man. And I will always respect you for that. So
yeah, and I love you guys for putting up with my garbage.
No, hell no, dude. I love that. I love it. And I will. I wish that I had the foresight to do my whole list to be anti Josh. But I
was waiting for Beach Day. Like number one, Beach Day is like the worst game. I was waiting for it.
Here's the thing: is I could only I'm so Gen X that I could only put one joking thing on my things I hate about, my hot takes about the industry. I'm way too cranky and old man, get off my lawn to devote more than one thing. I was going to, had I thought about it and I forgot, was going to say like, oh, hey, the designer of my 5th favorite sand-based game, is on here. And then I was going to try to come up with like 5 other games that have sand in it.
Yeah, one day my RPG that I signed will be released and we'll have something new to make fun of.
Ooh, Josh, we need to talk RPGs sometime.
Oh, I will talk the heck.
Other night. It's 11:30.
Yeah, not right now. It's late. I got work.
No,
I'm so
way
sorry,
late.
Bob, so.
Way late. And maybe Mike either takes a night off or Mike finds a way to make that list interesting for him.
Mike's into role playing, but nothing that we can put on YouTube.
Yeah, no doubt. Only
I
fans.
already know about Josh's RPG. I actually just saw the box cover for it. It was Beach Day RPG now with more feet.
No one is safe. Oh, Mike is on fire tonight. Mike is absolutely on fire. Mike, you, sir, are ridiculous.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Mike, how are you going to top next week?
I guess we'll have to fucking
Find out next week. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
11:30. We should all get to bed. So.
We should. Oh, my
Stop
God.
Midwestern goodbye, Tim. Let's wrap it up.
Let's do it. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you so much for being on here and doing our hot takes. Everybody that is watching still, God love you for that.
Yeah.
We have a Patreon, and it keeps growing, which is great. We're going to be throwing plays, unedited plays of us on that.
Basically, our learning games.
Thank you.
You can watch Tim teach us wrong.
And other people teach you wrong.
Sure.
We'll get there. Wait till we play Huddle.
What?
Huddle. Wait till we play Huddle.
Oh, yeah.
That game has had more rule versions in the last few months than I've had memes tonight.
There we go. So there we go. Right.
All right.
So be sure if you are able to contribute to the show, and that goes directly to us now, to join that Patreon. Like, subscribe, do all those things. We really appreciate everybody being here. Please be sure to check out Tabletop Submarine. Even if they have a few gaps here and there while Josh works through some life stuff, because life is way more important than a weekly podcast. And I will say that because I have been absent a few weeks from our own show, but because I have teammates that have been able to help out, you may not have noticed it as
You
much.
spelled Perry wrong, Tim.
Yeah. No, you guys fucking rock, and I really appreciate y'all, because sometimes life does happen, and you've got to make time for that.
Indeed.
So Josh, everybody needs to check out Beach Day. Everybody needs to check out Tabletop Submarine, because he's got role-playing game podcasts on there now. Actual celebrities on after the fake celebrities. If you go back 2 episodes before that. But I will say you're going to get the real deal when you talk to either us or Josh over
Mike.
there. So for the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
Bob.
Mike.
Josh.
Hell yeah. There it is. Love you guys. We'll see you
Thanks
next
for
week.
watching, everyone. Great to see you, Josh.
You guys too.
Do you like to party?
I do like to party.
I also like to party.
I like to party.
A 7.3.
This is a great party.
Repeating.
We should party more often.
I do like to party.
Okay.
I also like to party. I also like to party.
I like to party. I like to party.
We should party more often.
Okay.
This is a great party.
Okay.